Hey, yeah, okay. Now it's transmitting. Oh, thank God. Okay. Let me just see if this is working. No, it ain't. No, it isn't. Now it is. Okay. Perfect. Let's go here. And okay. Hello, Kodokunasu. Welcome to the stream. And mm, what do I do? What do I do? Let me see. That's a bit weird, but whatever, frankly. Well, I was hoping to actually start the stream off with a few more people, but not much I can do. Maybe people aren't too uh like enthusiastic about this. Maybe they whatever. I'll wait for people to like come here, and while I do, I'm going to be starting this. Today we'll be watching a video by Inlewdity called The Imperial Gatekeeper TSA Simulator. And Inlewdity's video, especially in his early videos, like he speaks very like his volume isn't how do I say this? It isn't mixed up very well. So it sounds a bit too quiet. So if you guys agree with me and think it's a bit too quiet, please tell me so I can adjust things here. Okay? Without further ado, let's finally start this. Oh, hello, evil bookman. Today we're going to be watching a video by Inlewdity reviewing a hentai game. That's why the stream is for adults only. Not going to repeat the whole explanation, but that's pretty much what we'll be doing. And welcome. Good, like upote in the background.
Hey idiot. Here's some mail.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Let's see what this is.
What's with all the howling? What the hell? It was the chicken nuggets. Definitely the chicken nuggets.
The bolt carrier.
From the powers that be. Command needs a video done showcasing the school game we found. Scenes to detail some interesting things that may or may not have happened. Are you really reading this part? The important message in this bit is below this, so just skip over this and read that. This game covers topics of a sensitive nature, adult topics such as murder, rape, groping, sexual blackmail, as well as depictions of bodily fluids. These topics will be shown and discussed to some degree. If you're uncomfortable with such topics, then you should not watch this video. Be advised, there will be spoilers in this video in case you want to play this game for yourself first. Signed, you know who.
An extractor system used for the operation of the M16
Okay.
causes the mechanism to jam when poor quality powder is used. During the Vietnam War, they used different powder than the one specified.
I can do that.
Problems with the gun.
In the land of Aurelius sits a nation controlled by an imperial power. Not too long after a war with a neighboring nation, we have Till, once a frontline soldier, but no longer needed for combat, has been summoned by the Empire's Traffic Administration for a new assignment in an area called the Rubin Valley.
What a familiar sound.
We start off the game with a quick tutorial on the basics of the mechanics. Till goes to the training area, and we are greeted with our relative second in command, Chrisia, who is a lieutenant, so this is kinda already off to a weird start, but more on that later. The petite, silver-haired lady officer, as I just said, will act as our right-hand man. Right-hand woman in this case. Before long, we meet the person in charge, Department Chief Olivia Rydell. The callous and arrogant bombshell of a leading lady addresses Till, Chrisia, and the other soldiers in the area. She gives a speech to inspire the hearts and minds of those under her, but to her realization, not everyone she's addressing is entirely convinced. She closes the speech in a way of a fast food manager would by basically
Of
saying
course you do,
perform or lose your
Kodokunasu.
job.
Of course you do.
If you were paying attention to the left side of the screen, you would have noticed a sprite join the others about midway through Olivia's speech.
Okay,
Richard, the lazy and carefree underling of the Traffic Administration.
that's
He
weird.
boasts about how great Till is, or was.
One sec. It's an RPG. They use familiar sounds all the time. The weather's quite weird. I don't know why they just don't make your day. They're finally making a unique music, but they don't make any unique. Okay, thanks for the like interesting tidbits, Devin Gonzalez, and welcome to the stream. Also, is my mic bad or no? It's just not registering well. Hopefully, it sounds okay to you guys. No, it's probably just an effect of that. Sorry.
Anyway, before joining Chrisia and calling us senpai. Before the start of every day we work, we have a chance to talk with Chrisia and Richard. New dialogue will be represented with a red dot on the button for each action. Since this game does a good job with introducing you to the mechanics over time, we have to work for several days to get through everything. Like every game that doesn't have a separate mechanic for its tutorial, we would have to go through this every time we start a new game. I find it better than the carriage ride into Helgen at least.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
Talking with Chrisia will usually give information or her thoughts on what the current task is, and talking with Richard will open the player up to the game's more provocative actions. After we're done with any pre-workday preparations, we can click on the big button at the bottom that says Opening Gate to start the day. A soon-to-be familiar chime will play out, and we can start in on the actual game. In the Rubin Ravine area, the checks are mouth-breather simple. Check for a correct date and emblem if they have a ticket, and if they
It's kind of generic and like. What do you mean, not the wagon? What? I don't get the reference. But anyway, the style is a bit generic and on purpose too, because like they essentially are just combining a bunch of assets. Like they're using that technique, that sprite technique of combining a bunch of assets in order to make characters that seem different, like even if minimally. Uh, it's a technique used to like save time and provide at least some. Okay. You're talking about Skyrim, and save some production costs. But like at least here, despite being generic, it is quite good looking, so I don't mind it too much. Anyway.
don't even have the ticket, then it's bye, Felicia. Any number of people can come through the gate. Men, women, boys, and at later stages we get introduced to some of Euralia's other inhabitants. Right now our job is simple.
One thing that confuses me about this game actually is that well, there are three main types of like characters that can come in to be interrogated in this game, right? There are women, there are men, and there are boys. And the men are like, I'm pretty sure they're not sexualized, but the boys and the women are for some reason. There are no like lollies in this game, only like shotas. So the dude is into specifically like shoulder boys and like busty woman, since they're the main targets of like the sexual content in the game, which is a bit, I don't know, weird, frankly. Like, like, do you like both female and male characters? And like, if not, why do you specifically sexualize only the shoulder characters and not the? It's a bit confusing for me. But anyway, I said it's very lazy now, but there's this game that is so savage it should be illegal. I want him to play that. It will take a while, but eventually get there. That's why I'm recommending it to him. Oh, hello, son. Welcome. Balloons. That's why I'm recommending him Savage games. So he will eventually, he says, too enough to play that game that will probably be illegal. Nova recommendation on who am I when to decide. Okay. Incomplete. Only 2 out of 4 quadrants. But yeah, just something I thought was interesting and wanted to talk about. Let's continue.
But in later stages, it gets more complicated. My advice right now, save your money. There's a very helpful tool that we can get later, and I'll explain that more when we actually get to it.
One thing that I don't like though is that some of these assets really don't seem to fit the world. Like, this world is more like medieval, as far as I'm aware. So why do we just have like a random 20th century like Japanese schoolgirl here, for example? Some of these assets I feel like don't fit the aesthetic here in any way. So yeah, that bothers me. Okay. What's the shelter? What shelter? What are you talking about, Devin? Immersion breaking woman. Pretty much, yeah.
On before about how these games can just be interactive porn with nothing worthwhile to really tie it all together.
Trails
like
are character variants.
Well, this game does have a story. Kind of a good one, too. I'll try to just touch on the highlights of it to both keep this from being longer than it needs to be and not to spoil everything. At the end of our shift on the second day, as the gate...
Because author just wanted to create the age game. I don't think the creator cares, so I don't think you should care. Look, I just like it when things are like when there's attention to detail. Okay, it's not a huge deal, but I would just have preferred if there was a bit more attention to detail in that sense. You know, that's all I'm saying.
It closes. A mysterious foreign man rushes the gate. He bursts in, shit talks us, doesn't elaborate, and then leaves.
This guy's a real jerk.
There are multiple recurring characters that will show up at the gates we work at. We can meet one early in the playthrough, a mystic fortune teller by the name of Fortune Teller. Later we find out her real name is Sibylla. Probably the most useful person we meet simply because they can give our workday a random buff, and by extension a debuff as well. On this playthrough, she gave me a wage buff, so for that shift only, my wages were tripled. Nice.
Nice.
At the end of our first inspection day, we are stopped by Richard after our shift ended. He guides our off-day plans to the training facility with the pretense being that it will be worth it. I can't imagine what old run-of-the-mill Till would be doing on his off time, but it seems to be easily put aside in favor of work-related extracurriculars. So we go to the training facility to see what that's about. At the training facility, we meet once again with Chrissia, who gives us a rundown on the mechanic that this whole game is basically based around. The body check. While it is an excuse for this game to add an erotic flair, it also serves as a pivotal mechanic that will help us better do our inspections and branch out into other scenarios further into the game. You'll see what I mean later. For now, we won't really be needing to do body checks, but the option is there if the player can't resist. When we start our next shift,
I like how the men just wear like normal kind of loose pants, and then the women's are so tight it just shows everything. Again, I'm not complaining. I just find this funny, you know.
Olivia addresses the crew on site about an update to the ticket people will be using. A week pass will be issued to those who purchase it, and this will allow entry for an extended period. I don't have the brain to calculate
that's
the
why
dates to see
this
if the
stream
tickets
is
are
for
valid
adults
quick
only.
enough.
I'm retarded?
So thank God you can click on the dates on the ticket to see if it's good or not. Before our shift starts, we can also meet the trader to open up the options to purchase helpful items. Most of these, if not all these items we can get, are mostly to help us with our rubdowns, and I never really utilized any of them besides the one tool we can purchase later. Other than the staff we eventually have the option to talk to, we now have all the options of pre-shift preparations available to us. I'll wrap this chapter up without trying to spoil too much more. We meet a couple other recurring
Good point,
characters,
Kodokunasu.
Hannah and the whore Paula, which Hannah has an endearing little moment if you go for it, and we can enter Paula's suck zone if we so choose to as well.
The suck zone.
We finish up our assignment in Reuben and get reassigned to Ison City for further work.
I don't think there's anything above an adult string,
When we
Devin.
arrive for our work in Ison City, we are met with a scene of Olivia addressing everyone at the check.
Uniform have a sack for balloons. What? No, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't have a specific compartment. It's just so tight that you can see everything.
Checkpoint. An armed conflict happened within the city walls, and this gives rise to an added check we must do. However, listening to Chrissy's advice before our first shift will clue us into not needing to worry about weapons smuggling at this time. But since Ison City has a strict no unauthorized weapons policy, we will need to eventually check for such things. But not now, thankfully.
What reference are you
At the end
making
of our
there,
first
Evil
day in
Bookman?
Ison, a red-headed lady, scout carrying a sword, tries to make it through the gate after hours. She's reluctant to give up her weapon and decides to rush past us through the gate. She's quickly apprehended and further problems are avoided. Chrissia meets with us afterwards and pulls us aside for some more training. Here we can see more of the breadth of the body check. Simply pat a person down to see if they're concealing something, since not every time it will be as obvious as the redhead was, and confiscate the weapon if need be. When playing with this new
Okay.
mechanic for a while, you can get a feel.
It's what it means in... okay. I get what you mean now, Evil Bookman. I didn't know that because... In what language is that? Whatever. I didn't know that, so nice little tidbit there. Thanks. Uniform fabric can't stretch that much. So you're saying that even if it is tight, it needs like a particular like pocket to accommodate that. Okay, I think I get your point, Kodokunasu, but counterpoint, it's a video game. And this is probably just a stylistic decision. So shut up.
From when a certain person might be carrying a concealed weapon. It can range from being behind the back,
Okay.
or to more frustratingly being behind multiple guards, which will just waste time you have for other inspections. The boys seem to carry a knife around their neck, and later the aristocratic women carry in places not so easily found by patting them down. Our days at the Ison Gate go by smoothly enough, touching on the work goals that are in each area. In Ison, the objectives are simple enough, as is in most places. Here we have easy enough objectives, with the main one being to achieve Olivia's order. Each area requires a certain amount of evaluation, which is earned.
Yeah, Kodokuna, I get your point, but again, like that would that's probably a stylistic decision exactly not to do that, not to diminish the size. You get my point.
By properly completing inspections. In Reuben, if you know what you're doing, you can zip right through with averaging 15 or more inspections a day. So right now, we need an evaluation of 500 or over, and to admit at least 50.
See what I mean? You can like pat down the boys and the woman, but like the man, you don't have that option. You know, it doesn't have this content with like the man. It just seems like a weird combination of like character types to sexualize. I don't know.
50 or more people through the gate. Without underhanded methods or wasting time, we bump up against the only real grind this game has. So this will take a hot minute to complete.
No. I just need to point this out.
Real grind this game has. So
Look at this. Look at this discount Rin Tosaka. look at this blatant shit.
this
Anyway.
will take a hot minute to complete. On the upside, we do meet Paula again in a sexy little teacher getup. Several days in, we get some reprieve from the slog of these inspections. Olivia addresses everyone at the gate to inform us that there will be a weapons permit that will be available to those passing through. This makes it very simple for us and really only singles out body checks to those who don't have a permit. This added document kind of relieves some of the distress you might feel from the lengthy grind session of this chapter. So even though our character...
Of course their lower head decided for them, Kodokunasu. It's a hentai game. What the hell? The hair is wrong, but yes, that's so hard.
kind of scoffs at it, I'm happy to have it here. On about the 12th day of working in Ison, we have completed our goals. After our inspection day shift, Olivia pulls Till, Chrissy, and Richard aside to address them. She goes to explain that the three of them will be getting reassigned again, but doesn't say to where at this time. A transitional parchment explains to us after the scene ends that Till and the gang will be reassigned to the Topus region.
Okay, that makes sense,
yeah. Type of check we'll have to look for in this upcoming assignment. Arriving in the Topus region, Chrissy...
This game is giving me Mafusha Schneezinhinka energy, but those are a totally different genre. Why though? Like, why is it giving that vibe to you? Like, I really can't see like the similarities, you know? I really don't understand what you're seeing here.
It takes the stage to start off a small scene of the trio's first impressions of their new assignment. At the south end of the Empire, there's the Topus region, which marks the border between the nation of the Empire and the foreign demi-human-centric nation. So starting work here gives us a better look at what the demi-humans are. We near the end of the scene by hitting on Olivia. I can fix her.
No, you can't.
The challenge of this region is checking the identification papers. Chrissy gives us the rundown, and it's basically checking for a description of the person, a picture ID, and making sure it has a valid date. All well and good. This, coupled with checking an arms license, gives the...
I mean, yeah, a papers... This is pretty much... I think he will talk about this later, but this is pretty much the like hentai version of Papers, Please. That's what this whole game is. Like, it's that game, but like with actually attractive characters instead of the horrific people you have to like pat down in that game, you know?
The midway chapter is somewhat spike in difficulty, but we needn't worry about the lengthy checking of hidden armaments. That special item is finally in stock at the trader, and this will help us tremendously, and really put the game into easy mode from here on out.
Okay.
The danger detector is sold to us for 2500 G. Simply put, when we have it active, it will sound once to alert us to a person carrying any weapon. Now instead of patting down everyone because we have to, now we can just because we want to. The Beastmen, or demi-humans as a more politically correct term probably is, as you can see are basically cat girls and boys. Buxom but lean and strong looking baiting bait, but just what you would expect from this genre of entertainment. I'm sure their terse nature only lends to the attractiveness for some people. I myself prefer my cat girls in maid outfits or carrying large guns, but that's neither here nor there. We toil along through our days at the Topus Gate when after a shift we are reunited with an old comrade from our military days, General Lorenz, a crusty looking old man with what one could presume to be as crusty of a military career. Our meeting isn't all hugs and kisses though. Till confronts the old man with accusations of abandonment, to which Lorenz basically retorts with, "Go get him, sonny." Like a dad who pushes you when you're feeling out of the fight, I guess. The tactic seems to work. Come the next inspection day, Olivia gathers the crew to announce an urgent request from the higher-ups. 3 criminals on wanted posters are shown to us in various places we've been to already. Till and Chrissy announce their dissatisfaction with the new order, but chain of command being what it is, we're stuck with the task. This now opens us up to having a good reason to visit the prior 2 stages. Albeit it really only takes us visiting Ruben and Ison each once because the wanted person will show up on the day we visit.
Old man general named Lawrence? Is this literally Fire Emblem? I'm sure it's a nice little reference there. Like, this game has a ton of inspirations if, like if you are aware of this game's inspirations, you pretty much, I think, be able to spot them, like, right away. This game isn't really subtle with them, you know? So, this is probably intentional.
Seemingly no matter what. Admittedly, I never try to space out the objectives to see if they only show up on certain days or whatever. but it seems evident to me that the day you go to these places don't matter. We try to wrap up this chapter by bringing in the 3 wanted people. We do capture the one seen in Ruben, Audrey, the theft addict.
What?
Strange to be addicted to that. Maybe she needs something like AA, but TA? Only TA I'm seeing is hers, know what I'm saying?
Haha.
Anyway, we also have some new side stuff to do. Particularly, we need to check in with Chrissia about something. Going to Chrissia to see what she wants, we are told that too many people are complaining about our hands-on approach to checks. She says too many, but not everyone, so that means some people like it, and that's a win in my book. Chrissy offers up some additional training with heavily flushed cheeks, so after this shift, we head to the training area to see what that entails. At the training facility, Chrissy pulls us in for a more in-depth look at the body check procedures. In short, it's good time. But this little sub-story also illuminates some background about Chrissia. She tells us after we essentially tease her enough about what made her want to join the traffic administration. I won't go into spoilers about that particular cutscene, but for the bros in the back, yes, we do fuck her. I know. Yes, I know. Yep. Alright, settle down, guys.
One thing I wanted to comment actually, like, I heard this in a video I watched, but it's really interesting how subtle the difference is in like hentai between like a girl suffering, like her crying and like being distressed, and her being like horny because she's in a hentai situation. Ever since I heard it from that video, I've been observing that more and more. That uh yeah, it's true. Like the difference between like in the anime style, right? Between a girl being horny and her like being sad is essentially just the tongue out and this blush right here. You like make the tongue more subtle and you take out this blush, and pretty much you could use the same scene to portray this girl being like tortured. It's an interesting quirk I wanted to like point out.
Settle down. We have yet more to cover. So covering the updated mechanics to the body check, bringing a searchable person to climax will put them in a sort of cooldown state where we can poke and prod to our heart's content. I think this would be more helpful if the body checks were more complex than stripping someone and looking at them. Maybe if the game had some sort of interrogation mechanic.
Yes, Kodokunasu, the point is not that, like, oh no, it's not realistic. I'm just, like, pointing out stylistic quirks. I'm not, like, trying to... you get the point. I'm not going to, like, go over this again and again. I think you get the point I'm trying to make.
Mechanic? I don't know. Getting back to it, we head over to Ison to try and catch Aika, a suspected resistance member. We spot her and attempt to apprehend when she gives us a challenge to satisfy her. Taste my hands, bitch! We succeed in our challenge and lock her up anyway. So that's 2 down and 1 to go.
Like, why did she even think that would be a good idea? Like, what convinced her that this would in any way work? Anyway, what was I going to talk about again? Whatever.
On the next day, we head back to the Topus region to find and capture our 3rd target, Lena, the escaper from prison. Sure seems like the machine translator is coming in handy. That's also a point to bring up too. The first half of this game, the translation into English parses pretty well, like a native speaker was writing it. At least most of the time, and I mean more about the story scenes as opposed to the dialogue scene during gameplay. However, these later scenes outside of the major steps come across as a stereotypical Indian scam caller trying to con you into buying them gift cards. Do not read it! Here with Lena, it's particularly bad, but
yeah, a lot of like how do I say that? There's something that a lot more like Asian developers, especially due to all the translator controversies, have been doing. They've been relying more and more on machine translations instead of relying on human translators, which isn't good either. But it's just interesting to observe that like what's happening in this game is happening more and more in the industry at large.
But I find it too funny to care that much. It feels like if it were voiced, it would sound like dialogue from Typing of the Dead.
The original sin that man is responsible to protect the life cycle.
The same day as our third capture, we also meet everyone's favorite thought, the traveling whore Paula. Dressed to kill in a very revealing dancing outfit, which by dancing she probably means pole dancing, and by pole, I mean cock. Till and her banter back and forth for a bit before we send her on her way. Word of advice, Paula is one of the few NPCs we can rely on to never need an inspect. You can just admit them right away. Simple. The next inspection day arrives. Olivia addresses the group as per usual. This time she tells us where we will be getting assigned next. New assignment? Didn't see that coming. She has reassigned us to a place called Fort Demont. The fort sits on the eastern border with a country called Silver, which the Empire was previously at war with. Many attacks have occurred in this place, and we're being sent in to try to administer some sort of order. We have a moment where we can choose a response to this news, and on a previous playthrough I picked to worry about my friends like the Boy Scout I am. But this time, I chose to voice that I wanted to pop this bitch in her fucking mouth, to which Tills, better thirds, are visually stricken by. Nothing happens with this outburst because the game must go on. I like how the game breaks up the story into perceived chapters by giving us these scene transitions in the form of military orders. It adds to the atmosphere of the game while also allowing you to fully know the progress you're making. But as you can see, we will need to worry about another type of documentation called the entry permit. It is explained that we need to look out for it, but on our first day in the new area we can also get the rundown from Chrisia. Basically, we need to match the region they are from with the region given on the ID. Simple enough. At the start of the first day, we have our usual assembly hosted by Olivia. Given the area that we are now in, Olivia doesn't do so well in commanding the respect that she seems to think is hers. But rank and file soldiers still show respect to the position, if not the person.
We salute the rank, not the man.
We have our usual options to talk to Chrisia and Richard before starting our day. Richard is apprehensive to say the least, and Chrisia is Chrisia. Checking with the trader, they also sell a new item, the clean cloth, which is really just a jizz rag for cleaning up after we spray a person down. I never mess with this item, because I want people to know what I've done.
Okay.
After we've completed the first milestone in our objectives, we are treated to a cutscene after an inspection day. The day's shift has ended, and the main three are outside Demont Gate when mid-conversation an explosion is heard. The area is cordoned off, and the realization that the guards here don't share their sentiment of camaraderie with those in the traffic administration sets in with Chrisia. It makes sense that the guards here wouldn't necessarily trust her or hold her in the highest regards. Not only is she not a soldier like them, but she's also a woman. The next day, Olivia addresses the personnel at the fort, giving the rundown of what happened yesterday as only an upper management type could. She produces a new wanted list of suspected individuals belonging to a group known as the Silver Hands. The Silver Hands are a group of extremists.
Okay. I see.
Either trying to be separatists or saboteurs of the Empire. Their goals aren't really explained, but they're this game's boogeymen, for lack of a better term. But our work here never stops, and we have 3 new people to look out for. Luckily 2 will show up at the fort, but one is to elude us because their whereabouts are unknown at this time. We'll focus ourselves in finding Alex and Rose first, and worry about this Vussy afterwards. As before as it is now, we find these 2 fairly quickly. Alex comes stumbling through the gate first, and he's a little too confident that he can take on more than just the unarmored Till. A fort full of armored soldiers, you'd be hard-pressed to do any considerable damage by yourself, no matter how big your sword looks.
He doesn't have the power needed with that stupid sword. What he needs is the cutting edge of a katana.
You wanna know, like, the funniest thing about this? This guy, due to this picture, has been memed as a loser for years. And, like, today he is married and has children, which is more than 90% of his detractors can say. The funny things that happen in life. Silver Hands, huh? That's two Skyrims in one video, although they're werewolf hunters in the Elder Scrolls. Mm.
This is the cutting edge of a katana.
I miss when nerds sounded like that.
He is.
Now they just sound like me.
Just innocent, man.
On the next day, we find Rose trying to pass through the gate. As a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, she criticizes Till and in part the demeanor of the entire Empire for seemingly showing no consideration that she's a woman when we go to arrest her. She must not know that this game allows me the chance to be so much more involved with the detention process.
Stupid bitch.
Upon finishing our shift after apprehending Rose, another member of the traffic administration arrives to tell us that Vussy has been captured. Since our next day is the 4th day of the week, and we have
Yeah, isn't that like a play on like King Oedipus? Like, isn't that a King Oedipus play? I'm pretty sure it is.
boohoo dollars, I decided to skip ahead to the next inspection day. On the day after our shift, we are greeted by Olivia. You know what's coming next. She tells us we're getting reassigned to a place called Ram's Palace. Sounds like innuendo, and it probably is. Ram's Palace. Ram's Palace. Ram's Paul's ass. Ram's Paul's ass? Who's Paul? Anyway, this will be our seemingly final assignment. The stage select has only so many spots. We arrive at Ram's Palace, to which Till, Chrissy, and Richard stand before the place trying to get their wits about them. A few deep breaths and the team go in. And we transition to an all too familiar scene of Olivia addressing the staff assigned here. She keeps it short and sweet this time around. The new check we have to look for is an invitation that all guests must have. No weapons are allowed in the palace, so we must confiscate or deny access to people carrying them. All of this coupled with the flushed out ID cards make the checks here seem arduous, but with the threat detector and our quick thinking, we can make short work of the line of people. Before we start our first shift to the palace, we should look at what goods the trader has in stock. They have an item called the Slave Pen, which basically is a cheat item for fucking around with. Mark a target, and the gauges don't fill, or they fill faster, that sort of thing. We should pick up at least one succubus cream, which we will need for later. I say need, but it just makes our time when we use it easier. You'll see what I mean. We work for a few days to get our evaluation to where it needs to be to complete the first objective. After a shift, we see Chrissia outside the Ram's Palace entrance. She seems to be looking for Richard, but Till has not seen him either. The two shrug and fuck off for the day. And in a transition between the days, we were presented with what seems to be a classified notice basically stating that the stockpile of funds used for the Empire's military endeavors kept at the palace has been stolen, and the traffic administration is suspected of the theft. We know Till didn't do it. Chrissy is too much of a patriot to do something like this, and Richard probably didn't do it, but he's not here to say otherwise. This means we find ourselves in quite the pickle. The start of the next day, Olivia is addressing everyone about the news. During her address, she produces a single wanted poster of none other than Richard. It's unknown where he can be found, but chatting...
This BGM music feels a bit incomplete, don't you think? I mean, this military music. Okay. What do you think should be added to it? I'm not too familiar with military music, so, like, I'm curious, what do you think they should add to it to make it actually complete?
Further with Chrissia gives us some clues on where he might be. So after we finish up this shift, we can be on the lookout. However, when we're working the same shift, the milk truck arrives. We have a chance to talk with Paula, who is not actually who she seems.
But, you bring the stuff? It's right here, huh?
Paula, the supposed traveling prostitute, is actually a diplomat from the country of Silburn. She explains the Lady of the Night Act is actually the most effective way of pulling information out of someone and establishing relations. Her reasoning is understandable, but I would expect that foreign nations would make some pretty sick propaganda out of this fact. Kind of in the vein of, haha, your country is gay and weak, and ours is strong and not gay. But I'd also be curious about how such propaganda would be perceived in the country being attacked by it. I'm also realizing I'm asking way too much of a porn game, so let's move on.
Probably, yeah.
Still on the hunt for Richard, giving some thought about what Chrissy and Till said, it would make sense to me that he would be passing through the Rubin Ravine area. A rule
Hint, it reminds me of a short okay, I get what you mean now. I get what this music needs now. Okay.
area with barely any of the Empire's eyes watching over it. To me, it seems like the perfect spot to try and flee out of. And what do you know? He is here. There's a brief exchange
like the same thing here. Look at these clothes. Like this really do not feel like like medieval clothes. Like it really feels out of place. Like this feels like what my brother wears when he needs to go out. Like I know again it's a porn game. Like I'm asking too much out of it, but like come on, just a little bit more attention to detail. Like just a bit.
Somewhat heated words between Till and Richard, but we find out that the culprit is in fact not Richard. Richard turns himself in.
He looks like Eren.
His handler in a passphrase
A bit.
Telling General Lorenz that Richard confessed will tip off the general that we're to be trusted. It seems convoluted given Till's and the general's disposition, and with Richard documenting all the comings and goings, you'd think he'd have a solid lead on who actually did it other than just a hunch. Whatever. We finish up our shift in Rubin before making our way to Topaz for the next lead. Before starting the shift in Topaz, we give the task of alerting Lorenz to a plan we are trying to hatch to Chrissia. She's on board, so all we need to do in the meantime is finding who or what we are to find in Topaz. While working the gate, a familiar face tries to come through. Ironically, it's the first person through the gate at the start of our shift. It's none other than Vussy.
Racism, bottom
The exchange between Till and Vussy can be summarized as such. Vussy believes that the benefactor that sprung him from prison will help him build up the Silver Hands, but Till, who knows who it is based off a somewhat guided description from Vussy, tells him that this is not the case at all. The benefactor is just using Vussy and the Silver Hands to further their goals of the organization that they belong to.
Oh, hello, Big Pew. Welcome to the stream. We're reacting to hentai game reviews.
This exchange seems to calm the fires of Vussy's plan for the Silver Hands, long enough to stave off any actions of the Silver Hands for the time being, and Till, who can now basically confirm the identity of our culprit enough to finalize a plan to trap them. So we finish our shift here, and we head back to Ram's Palace to finish out the story. We work through the day at Ram's Palace, and since this is an inspection day, our culprit will be arriving afterwards, and she does. Olivia arrives on schedule, and we tell her that per her orders that we are to check everyone coming through regardless of status or position. Disgruntled, she agrees to the check. So to make this simpler on ourselves, we can use the succubus cream we bought earlier, and with a couple of touches, Olivia is just like Jello in our hands.
Or cookie dough.
Okay, look at this shit, like, one touch,
With a couple of touches, Olivia is just like Jello in our hands.
Fucking instant. I know that's exactly what the item's supposed to do, but it's still funny.
Or cookie dough.
Play-Doh.
Any kind of dough.
So if Olivia is our culprit, then what could she be hiding? The report said the funds were taken from a safe, and safes are usually only opened by solving a combination lock or with a key. The threat detector didn't sound off when the search started. Not that it should have, but if she is hiding something, then where? If I was a lady with a bad case of big booby syndrome, where would I hide something? Of course, the old prison pocket. Out of her poop chute drops a capsule with a key inside of it.
It's good
Olivia
timing.
seems shocked about what we found, but we deduce that this should be the key to the safe for the war funds in Ram's Palace. Unless this is some trendy way in the Empire to carry one's house keys around, then we should be right. She asks about how much we know, and we give her the rundown that she works with what is a terrorist organization to make her position seem more valuable than it is, and letting those under her take a fall for any of the failures that are pointed at the traffic administration, but more importantly, herself. Olivia tries to justify her actions by appealing with an argument of, yeah, but nobody died when I did it, which I can see her point. If the Empire is planning on going to war, and if her underhanded tactics can prevent that, then she would, in a way, prevent undue suffering to both the Empire and whoever it went to war with. It's a noble goal without the nobility in the actions she's taken to make that goal realized. I see her main fuck-up was being so callous when working in her position.
You should focus on the things you have to do, then Big Pew. Like, if you have, like, obligations, if you have things that you, like genuinely need to do, then you should focus on those instead. Like again, the stream VOD will be here like afterwards, you know? But anyway.
Are all who would be subject to her words. Till himself says somewhat the same thing. She pulls a, "You'll never get away with this," but the task we had Chrissia perform makes it so that we will. Behind a movable wall stands Chrissia, Richard, and General Lorenz, who all heard the confession from Olivia's own mouth. We arrest one Olivia Rydell for treason against the Empire. So that's that. An erotic game that's at its most basic a parody of Papers, Please, and has its own story of intrigue and conspiracy. Honestly, as far as stories and porn games go, it was one of the better ones for me, but it's saved entirely by the last act. While not a perfect game, and I want to touch on some of the major negatives I experienced, it was still pretty good. I mean, a solid game can only be made better by some butts and boobs,
okay,
right?
I get what you mean now.
Before getting further into my afterthoughts, I want to say there is a small bonus for completing the game.
Frankly, I think like I know that you already decided, but like I do think this is a pretty good like hentai game. So like if it means anything, I personally would recommend you play it. Like if you like this kind of thing. And this goes for like all the people on the stream, you know? So yeah.
By way of making you in charge of Olivia's probation. Till will act as her watchful eye on a day-to-day basis. And how this affects the gameplay is we can summon her during our work shifts to just kind of stand there as we work, or play around with her if we want to. Anyway, there was a glaring issue when first playing the game and also when grabbing footage for this video. The rank and file of the Empire's staff don't really make that much sense. At the beginning of the game, Till is said to be a corporal, Lance Corporal to be exact, a la the Till the Lancer moniker. Haha, get it? And by the end of the game, he's promoted to Sergeant. That's all well and good, but Chrissy is said to be a lieutenant, so we would have a conflict of ranks here if my information is correct. Let me explain. Using the United States Army and Marines as example, a corporal, E4 in both the Army and Marines, and an E3 if they're a Lance Corporal, which Till is said to be, is the lowest ranking non-commissioned officer. Lieutenant would be one of the two lowest ranking commissioned officers, O1 or O2 respectively. According to the ASVAB website, all commissioned officers outrank non-commissioned officers, so Till wouldn't be the one giving orders or leading no matter how prolific his prior service was. Outside of extremely rare circumstances that are explicitly temporary, Till wouldn't have the authority to give orders to a lieutenant. Given this is in reference to how the USA does things, but this is supposedly made by a Japanese dev.
Damn, that's hot.
No reference to the Japanese
like,
using corporal as
actually hot, like 100 degrees. I know that's Fahrenheit, but still, that is pretty hot, yeah.
But someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Outside of that point, there are other points where the story doesn't make much sense. I know. Bitching about a story in a porn game is like bitching about a story in a porn... It's stupid, I get it. But let me speak here. So mainly nitpicky stuff like the thing with Richard not being able to straightforwardly tell us that the culprit was Olivia, Richard's dress code not being enforced by anyone really, the travel between places not taking more time even though Olivia will show up in Topaz in a different uniform because of how long it took. Just mostly things like that. Finally, I'd also like to nitpick the mechanics of this game a bit. I won't touch on the grammatical or spelling errors with the translation, because why would I? My main two gripes with the mechanics is, 1, there seems to be no way to look at the calendar outside of a work shift. It would be at least more helpful to view it from the stage select screen than from the inspection area, I think. 2, would have to be how clumsy it feels to do body checks. Many times, mainly before I had the threat detector, I would have to shift between the body check and stripping options manually. If the stripping thing was a sub-menu of the body check option, then this probably wouldn't be a problem since that's mainly how I used it anyway. Being able to tell a person to remove more than just one option of clothing at a time would have been helpful too. Alas, these things are the way they are, and we still made it through regardless, right? So if you're wondering, yes, I would recommend this game, especially if you enjoyed Papers, Please. The erotic spin on that style of game felt pretty good, as well as the clearer art style, but that point is mostly against Papers, Please. As usual, I'll put the relevant information in the description of this video. I'm unsure of how much traffic I bring to the creators of the games I cover at this time, but you should go show them some love anyway. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did, Mr. Kojima. Okay, so now I'm going to let you guys choose. Like, obviously we can't watch some of the like 2-hour ones, like some of his longer videos. It just wouldn't be possible. But like you can choose any of the like shorter reviews, like the 2 to 20-minute ones. So I'm going to be scrolling here, and like you guys can choose the next one for me to watch. Now let me scroll back up for the people who missed it. And wait. Let's do that. God damn it. Let me just fucking. Yeah, okay. So which one of these do you guys want to watch? I'm going to wait a bit, and then we're going to like watch another video from him. Just a sec. I know, Big Pew. No, Big Pew. I know Evil Bookman, but like it's 2 hours long. Like we don't have time for that. Okay, we really don't. So I'll just be choosing another one at random. Which one would be also interesting? Okay, let's switch from like a relatively good and well-made hentai game to like uh shovelware essentially.
Christmas time sure is different when you're old.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I know.
What the fuck was that? Oh, not today.
I love these little edits of his.
Who goes there?
Okay.
Huh. What's this here?
Just amazing editing work, right? Okay, I have to read this like again. Okay, just a sec. Okay, perfect. Okay, okay, perfect. I'm not reading that. Follow the protagonist on a journey of blah 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 fucking blah. This part isn't important to read. The main message is below. Do you want to say Merry Christmas? Hope you liked the video and all that jazz. Okay, enough reading here. This game shows depictions of subjects of sexual nature and violence. If you are uncomfortable with this, then stop watching this video. There will be spoilers shown throughout the entire video, and you have been warned. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. What was that last game called? Oh, okay. Let me get it for you actually. Okay. The Imperial Gatekeeper. Here.
Looks interesting enough. Well, I'm not gonna not play it. Deserted on an island after their ship was wrecked during what one could conclude was a strong storm. A lone cat girl, a fox girl maybe. I usually differentiate by the tail, but she doesn't seem to have one. Regardless, our sole protagonist wielding a large sword is stranded on the island of Avalon and must look for a way to escape the island. Surveying the surrounding environment, we can see a few close landmarks, a tower off in the distance, a rocky outcropping, and an obelisk-looking structure with a chest nearby. We can start there and see if there's anything useful inside the chest. Some creatures spawn in, but no time for distractions. Now is the time for loot. In opening the chest, we get something called Ancient Wisdom 1, which implies there's an Ancient Wisdom 2.
So do you guys like this game's graphics?
Probably look into that in a bit.
Or they true like Unreal Store like reused assets for you?
Need to see if these creatures are hostile. Yeah, they seem to be. Besides the large pool of health that they don't seem to be that tough of an enemy. We quickly defeat them, and we have a ray of light shine down upon us.
Great combat
there. Going to
there.
the status menu, we can see a rudimentary leveling system displayed here. Seems we only have the 2 PU points, so putting them into endurance and agility seems not too effective as of right now. Not to mention, it doesn't seem like upgrading really matters when every attack with my sword seems to stun lock the enemy. Seems to just come down to who hits who first. Anyway, on towards the tower. We can see some other enemy types as we progress. Harpies, troll-looking creatures,
this game looks too good, man,
and catacans from The Witcher. None of these seem to pose any sort of viable threat to us and are quickly enough dispatched by use of our sword. Eventually, we make our way up to the tower proper, and we can see 3 glowing circles on the ground to our left, and another obelisk to our right. Can't seem to interact with the circles at all, and the obelisk only gives a simple clue of 3 words: Glitton, Morgan, and Tyranno. Would be kind of a letdown if this game ended so soon, so we must need to explore the island more.
This game probably would have been impressive as hell on the Game to You Cube. Okay, fair.
Going back outside the tower, we consult the game's map, and cool, this is very helpful. Either through the artistic value of realism or laziness, this map is just a 3D render of the game's world space. Only our current location is pointed out.
I got the reference, Big Pew, don't worry.
We can see a few landmarks. A red glowing area to our northwest, a cooler green glowing area to our southwest, and a long dock with what looks like structures around it to our east. Seems like the simple move is to explore the dock area and circle back around to the other 2 areas. Upon reaching the dock, there are 2 nearby buildings. The first smaller building is a dud with nothing useful inside. Coming to the second larger building, we can see a book on the ground and an object further beyond it, dealing with the...
That's an understatement, Evil Book, man. Like, that map needs to get a lot better for it to start to suck, you know?
Spider inside, and seeing if we can use the pants on the meat hook, we examine the 2 aforementioned objects.
I don't think it's quite that bad, though.
Team exploring a nearby hill area, and references the statue in the corner of the building. Seems like the statue is probably needed for something, so we'll take it with us for now. Circling around the north side of the island, we can see a hillside lit by many braziers with a stone arch in the back of them. There is one brazier that is not lit. Can we use the statue here? Doesn't seem like it. Says it needs something that can light it on fire. We'll come back to this place, I imagine, so let's move on. Heading south, we get into combat with a large creature. We'll say giant for right now, and its massive health pool doesn't stand up to our consistent slashes. Death by
gameplay. Pure absolute gameplay. So the map blows. Okay, you get whatever, man. Today I work. If I could scroll stuff out of my speech to texting. Yeah, what I got from that message is that your text to speech thing is like screwing up.
By 1,000 cuts and all that. We've been picking up these delusion scrolls as we've been going along, and I don't really know what they do. The item itself says unlock and collect this delusion by using it, but when we do so from our inventory, it just kind of unlocks a tile in our status menu. I think it's supposed to help with getting H scenes, but the mechanic to initiate those scenes seem random. So speaking of, where's the sex? Diving more into what I was just saying, the game's mechanic for initiating the adult content is when a creature attacks and lands a hit in a certain way that knocks you down. A QTE type bar appears on the screen and you hit the button mash to resist, or else the creature forces you into your lady bits.
No, I need to replay that shit. Look at this amazing combat.
Diving more into what I was just saying, the game's mechanic for initiating the adult content is when a creature attacks and lands a hit in a certain way that knocks you down. A QTE type bar appears on the screen and you hit the button mash to resist, or else the creature forces its way into your lady bits. So sex upon defeat is the name of the game here, kind of like most age games, and since the game...
And look, there isn't even like an animation of it trying to do something to you that you need to resist. Like no attention to detail, no fucking effort needed, nothing. This is just the bare minimum to be called a game. This is ass, bro.
Has been too easy thus far. I haven't been graced by the goods just yet. But there has to be some challenge, right?
Rattle them, boys!
The scenes are so bad you can see the hair clipping through the ground. There's no hit stun on the girl. Apparently not. They're too hard to code. Skeleton bone. I was just thinking about the hello cock splitter. Welcome to the stream.
Getting back to it, we reach a rocky hill type area.
Spooky horny skeleton. Getting boned by a boner.
Creature with an immense health bar, but eventually we kill him.
It is pretty funny, yeah.
Here, there are 3 large stone bricks that we can pick up, and 2 objects we can interact with. Another obelisk and a cliff face. The obelisk doesn't tell us anything, and the cliff is just our protagonist's thoughts, saying, hey, I can climb here maybe, probably. Hint, hint. Subtle. Using the object placing mechanic is a bit frustrating, but pales in comparison to any platforming in this game. Eventually we make it up the hillside. Cutting this bit short, we can gather from the obelisk that we need to place the statue on the glowing platform, and in doing so unlocks a portal sort of thing that we can go through. This takes us to the zone of Glitten.
He tired himself to the bone.
So I can tell now that each of the glowing circles in the tower corresponds with a trial dungeon somewhere on the map. We're here in the Glitten area, so I assume that the stone arch is another zone, and the third one is hidden somewhere I haven't seen yet. Okay, fun enough concept. I'm down for it. Each zone is probably labyrinthian in nature, so I can guess this is where most of the game's content is.
Have alone any percent win. I don't think this game has a community of any sort, much less one willing to like a speed run it. But anyway, you're pushing it. Sorry, what did I do, cock splitter? Like, did I offend you somehow? If so, sorry.
Goes. Fighting our way through the twisting halls of Glitten, we come to a room where a lone chest sits in the center. Interacting with this chest, we are thrown into a little mini trial, where we have to get the spawned enemies to attack the 3 pillars around the room. Easily done. Going up to claim a reward and there's nothing in here. What the fuck, man? If you're going to go through the effort of making this room, then don't give up at the end. Observing that the many pickups in this game have physics applied to them, I'm going to assume the reward just clipped through the geometry of this level and went out of bounds. Acknowledging that this may be the case.
No. Look at this shit. Inlewdity did this whole challenge in order to get the item, and then the game is so shit that it just clipped through the geometry and became inaccessible. Just great programming right there.
Still leaves me mad, so fuck it. Let's wrap this dungeon up. Going through the rest of the area, we can see that some enemies are a different color to signify that they are probably better than the other colored counterparts.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Typical game development strategy to stretch assets is to just color swap the models of the different mobs in the game. It's resourceful and a lot of times necessary. With already this many different enemy types, it seems odd to me that they'd implement this as well. Also, I've only seen it with the lizard guys, so why just the one enemy? I guess the spiders and beholderfish have smaller variants, but it's still a weird thing, I think. Finally making it to the last room, we can know this by the text popping up warning us of a powerful enemy ahead, and by seeing a strange bluish purple orb on a pedestal to our right that acts as a portal that can take us to and from the beginning of this dungeon. Exploring the area, I'm not noticing any enemy, just some shit all over the floor. I see a giant cross. Are we fighting Jesus? 'Tis the season.
Hopefully not.
Behind the cross is a chest that contains the hard mushroom, which from the description is a key to somewhere. We go back out and see that the stairs back up are cut off, and a large creature forms from the material scattered on the floor. Seems like the first boss battle of the game. This game has a strange way about not naming
No, you would never offend me.
NPC-wise, I mean.
Okay then.
Not even our protagonist has a given name.
Must
I've played
have
even shorter
misinterpreted
games than
it.
this that do more world building. Just kind of
Okay, that's just good to know then. But actually, he mentioned something important, so I'm going to go back a bit.
seems like the first boss battle of the game. This game has a strange way about not naming anything. NPC-wise, I mean. Not even our protagonist has a given name, and I've played even shorter games than this that do more world building. Just kind of a point against the game, and they do seem to be kind of stacking up against the game's favor.
Like, come on, Inlewdity, did you really think there would be, like, that the author would put in any kind of lore or, like, any kind of depth to his story? This game was made in, like, maybe a day by one guy who was probably doing something else while working on it. Like, obviously, there's no fucking, like, effort put into this. It's just, anyway.
Although our attacks don't seem to stun it at all. So we'll have to be watchful for his attacks, which can knock us on our ass, and kind of juggle us a bit with consecutive attacks. It also does an attack that follows us around if we're not first hit by it, like the Ray fight in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Hey, stop talking about Metal Gear!
It's over quickly enough that we take the portal back to the entrance to leave the zone of Glitten. Exiting Glitten, we just fight the skeleton outside again for funsies. Why does this one skeleton have so much health? I would think the same enemy type in the dungeon would be harder than the hub area mobs. Guess I'm just stupid, so let's go back to the tower to see if we can use this mushroom key there. As we approach the path up the hill to the tower, I've noticed that there's a spot over to the west side of the hill I haven't seen yet. Following the left-hand path, we come to a door that the mushroom key seems to work on. Okay, we stumble upon the next area, the zone of Morgan. The interior of this zone twists and turns much more than Glitten did, so at first, it's a little confusing navigating through the tunnels of this massive cave. The several divergent paths lend themselves towards you getting sidetracked and losing your bearings. I think this level is relatively well done. Reminds me a lot of a cave in Oblivion, where those, like this cave, are very monotone and eerie. The suspense you'd feel, though, does fall flat when every enemy, once in close enough proximity, spawns in with a loud giving away that they are now there. It fits in with this game's lore, I guess, if you could even call it lore. Anyway, battling
I
through
think doing so would probably be an insult to the concept of lore. But yeah, I will agree that this area is at least, like, better looking, if anything.
Cycloptic cavemen, trolls, spiders, and all sorts of creatures. Again, props to the enemy variety. It would be a big plus if almost all of them didn't behave the same. I digress. After a bit, we come across to an entrance to a large and long room. This should be the boss area given the same portal structure, but no warning.
Lamau ruined by sound effect.
Defeating the nearby enemies, we enter the room, cautiously, and all seems clear.
Surprise, motherfucker! Surprise, motherfucker!
Nope.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Two massive club-carrying monstrosities spawned right in front of us. The gem we used prior to entering this room helps us defeat the two quickly. As we go further into the room, more and more of these same creatures appear. They walk up to us like a landlord looking for his late rent. But we ain't paying, bucko! We defeat all the monsters and make it to the end of the room where two chests are. From one, we get the Abyss Phosphorus, which looks to be what we need for the brazier, and a sewing box, which can repair our torn clothing. Don't seem to need the sewing box right now, so let's wrap up here and head for the last area. Upon exiting Morgan, we can beeline it to the stone arch to use the Abyss Phosphorus there. Once we've reached the arch, we use the phosphorus and the magic pours out of the archway like a stargate.
So,
going through the arch, we enter the next zone.
Like, at least one of you guys, I think Big Pew, was interested in playing the other game. Like, any of you, like, did anything you see here convince you to play this one? Like, are any of you excited and going to download it now or something?
The Zone of Tyranno. The surrounding architecture looks like old castle walls, like a level ripped out of that Temple Run game, but less Central South American vibes, and more European, which lines up with this being a place in Avalon. Anyway, the pathways all kind of spread outwards from a central location, And to get to the end, we need to circle around to a pressure plate to open up a gate that really doesn't need to be opened to proceed on to the end of the level.
Lamau, no.
The gateway just opens up a quick route from the central location to the end. But why would we need that if there's a portal at the end that takes us to the beginning anyway? I feel like this game's trying to give me an aneurysm. Before we reach the end portal to fight whatever boss we need to, I have to touch on the movement in this game. Fuck, man. It sucks so bad. The big dummies in Morgan were kind of a tough fight, but these things don't hold a candle to the hardest fight of this entire game. Navigating. Countless times I'll get stuck on some weird pathing in this world space's geometry. I can yield on examples where I'm not walking on a designated pathway, like through trees and shit, but if this is clearly a way to go, stonemasons have cut in intricate stoneworks to make a damn bridge, and I still get caught on nothing, then that's a dev problem and not a player-made problem.
This whole game is
not
a dev
only the
problem.
Getting stuck on stuff thing, but just the character movement in general. I can't jump when I have a weapon out, same as I can't dodge when I don't have a weapon out.
Boy, how many videos are you finding to react to this guy? I think I'll react to like 3 videos, like this one and another one. And then I want to react to a quick video that I've been teasing for a while. And that will be it.
Full-size keyboard has over 100 keys, with 9 of them being used for the controls already. I can't have a designated jump or dodge button. They have to be contextually mapped to the same key.
The dev was a problem.
We reach the end zone portal and proceed onward. This time we were getting a warning about a powerful enemy. We're pretty powerful now, so it can't be that bad, right?
Hello there.
Well, that fucker is just on fire already. Better pop a diamond, because I feel like some dumb shit is heading my way. So this boss has some hard-hitting abilities. An AoE attack that it likes to use a lot, and a quick little jab that knocks Kitty on her ass. And the hits seem to time themselves perfectly when she gets back up, so you're just kind of locked in place for like 5 or so hits.
The fact that this fucking absolute atrocity is probably the best combat encounter we've seen the whole review is very telling.
Fun. Popping a few gems and healing items, since we have those in excess, allows us to get through the fight okay enough, and the big bad guy falls. We make our way over to the chest to get the treasure, and the chest holds the Skull of Arthur.
You tore my dress, you cunt!
With what seems like the final treasure, we head out of the dungeon and make our way back to the tower. Once back inside the tower, we have a puzzle to solve. 3 magic circles and 3 artifacts. Each of the circles correspond with a given zone, and I believe the colors are a giveaway.
Okay.
We have blue, green, and red. Blue is closest to the color of Portal of Glitton. Green should line up with the door/area inside of Morgan. And by process of elimination, Tyranno has to be red. I would surmise, mostly because it isn't explicitly stated, that each artifact starting with what we got in Glitton should go into the corresponding circle. Which would seem like an obvious choice, but we got the Abyss Phosphorus in Morgan. And the Hard Mushroom unlocks the door to Morgan, so the Phosphorus is the odd one out. So placing the Abyss Phosphorus on the blue circle, the Hard Mushroom on the green circle, and the Skull of Arthur on the red circle.
Okay.
Doing so should be correct, and once we do that, nothing. You know, it occurred to me that I haven't actually looked at what's at the top of the tower yet. I can mull over which artifact to which circle as I further explore the tower. Now, there's something up here. Looks like another mage circle.
Okay.
It seems interacting with this white circle will end our game. So my solution was right then, and this is the ending zone portal.
Yay, finally
Well,
we're
no need
free.
to dally. Let's step through. Some text appears on screen giving what looks to be final thoughts. Wait. That's it?
Amazing.
Santa?
Fuck you! Idiots!
Santa, no!
Fuck you, Santa.
Did you like it?
That's pretty weird, Big Pew. Gonna have to investigate that. Worst Christmas ever. That's putting it lightly. Okay, but the last video from Inlewdity that we're going to be watching today is AT&T works for Israel. They're trying to stop me. No comment on that. Anyway. No, Kojima. I hated it. Valid reaction, yes. But anyway, this will be the last video from Inlewdity that we're going to be watching. And then I'm going to, like, again, showcase that video I've been, like, teasing for a while. Now we go from, like, shovelware to a game with actual, like, soul and passion to it. And before you ask, yes, this is pretty much like Zelda Souls Hentai. Like, if you need a quick description. Truly traumatic game. I'm guessing you... what the... I'm guessing you're referring to that last one. It's weird, but I dig it. Our video, you're next after this. What? Like, can you please elaborate on that, Fallen Angel? What are you trying to... what? No, the current one. Oh, okay. You didn't like this game then. Okay.
Thrown into a strange world with a singular purpose of exploring and plundering the nearby fort of its treasure, we start our journey on the eastern edge of the fort's walls. We make our way around to the north side to an unguarded entrance to the area below. Delving underground, we encounter the first of several enemies. The slime is quickly defeated, and we...
what does that translate to, Evil Bookman? Since you are pretty good with languages. Also, I know that this is like bikini armor and whatever, but I don't know. This outfit just doesn't make much sense to me. It feels like they were trying to... they couldn't just commit to bikini armor. They were trying to put in too many like elements to it. Something about a sword genius? Okay. So yeah, I'm not particularly fond of her, like, brand of bikini armor. Also, like, I'm guessing Kodokunasu is traumatized due to the balloons here. Can you give me the kanji? I'll look it up. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't do it easily right now.
We set with despoiling the chests we find. We loudly sneak our way through the corridors and passageways. Coming upon a human enemy, we further practice the game's mechanics by initiating a backstab that kills the enemy outright. We also stumble upon a save point that allows us to save our progress thus far. Saving the game, we learn of another mechanic that this game employs. Using a save point makes the enemies for the entire map respawn. So we get to test how tough the more humanoid enemies actually are. Not very difficult of an opponent, but the knife-wielding humans aren't that difficult. It's when they get better equipped is when they become more dangerous, but we'll see examples of that soon enough. Diving further into the fort's underground, we see an enemy with hearts floating above their head. We backstab to dispatch them quickly, but the danger with these types is that they'll strip you and then force themselves on you. It's not quite a scene on defeat sort of thing since they don't actually do damage to you. If you're in for the scenes primarily, then that's really what these enemies are here for. Further along, we get into a fight with another knife-wielding human who gets us to at or below 50% health, and our clothes are stripped from our body. Our portrait at the bottom right has changed, and so has our sprite.
Oh yes, because
I don't know if this mechanic makes us more vulnerable to regular attacks, but what I have noticed is that the arrow type enemies don't have
too
the
little
extra
of them
step in their
already,
attacks, and they can get straight to business. For the sake of this video, we'll just hop back to a save point and turn that off. Cool. This doesn't turn off all the H content, but just the aforementioned stuff.
It's nice
Coming
that they
to an
have this
arched
option.
doorway that leads into a large room, we step forth with the doorway slamming shut behind us. We are put in confrontation with a large pig orc, Boobadora. Now, to save me from excessively stumbling over my words, we'll just call him Boo Boo. So, Boo Boo is our first boss fight of this game. The orc holds what looks like a kanabo. Maybe a tetsubo? I don't know. I'm not Japanese. It's a big fucking studded stick.
The title means Fortress of Oh My.
We dodge and roll out of the way of its attacks, while keeping an eye on our stamina gauge. We make it through flawlessly, and big old Boo Boo falls to our sword. The doors on either end of the room open, allowing for us to proceed onward. There can't be much more to this dungeon since we've defeated the boss creature, as for how these games usually go. We reach the final small room and go towards the chest. We get treated to a cutscene of our fate. Now, I can't really show the animated parts of the cutscenes we get. They show too much for simple sensors to block. I will say that they are surprisingly well animated. That really goes with most of the stuff in this game too. Our protagonist's walk cycle, attack animations, the little details on the wind blowing through foliage are all very well animated.
God, it's such bullshit.
Our protagonist has
It's one of those like fake victories. Oh no, you won, but like no you didn't. The beast is still alive and it like murder rapes you. Such bullshit, man. Anyway, carnal pleasure, but a possible reading is beastly desire. Oh my.
And loved to death, and awakens again over her own body lying on an altar. You know, if I keep doing this, and this keeps happening, we should keep track of this somehow. Just to see how prevalent it is in this sort of media. There we go. With the items we had equipped gone, it's weird how this only affected the held items. We gather ourselves before heading north out of the area. Heading further northward, we come to a small village.
How to grade per player.
Not too far away is revealed to us as banging of a blacksmith's hammer against hot metal. The red-headed blacksmith is hard at...
And yeah, since I know like that Kodokunasu is probably going to ask, yes, every single like female character design in this game is like has like balloons. There are no like flat characters or lollies or anything like that. Is like Z cup and like beyond.
At work. It will sell us some basic gear if we have enough money. Same goes with almost all the other NPCs in this village. We talk to the head of the village, who informs us that we are in fact dead AF. No cap. Am I doing that right? We're brought up to speed on what we must do.
Unfortunately, yes.
Simply put, if we want to live once more, then we need to defeat the great beast and offer up its soul in return for ours. The village head kindly shows us where we need to go. Before heading off, we should go around and get some equipment. I mean, we can use our fists as weapons. Might make for an interesting run.
Oh, just like here. Like here I'm going to be reacting to Inlewdity's videos and then to another video, what's the name? Unrelated later on. And the same thing will be happening, I think, with the next React stream, where I'll be reacting to KYBD, I think his name was, and then I'm going to be like reacting to some assorted, how do I say this? Because I have pretty much a meme folder, right? Where I store like videos I find funny. And like I'll be showcasing some of the things in that folder, in that like playlist to you guys after I finish watching the like main content creator. Why is everyone so fighting this game? Like a bait used to be believable.
But not now. Going out into the right of the village head's house, we meet our magic saleswoman. Thick. With like 5 C's, dude. Dear God. She can sell us different magics, and a starter wand to be able to use said magic. The healing spell is really the only thing that's useful at this point to me. But before we spend what little money we have, we should see the general goods saleswoman. Heading west of the village head's house to a smaller house, we see the voluptuous woman that will sell us basic goods. She's damn near spilling out of that green dress. That brings me to my next point. Along with being well animated, I would like to say that the characters in this game are really well designed. I really like them.
Tits.
Something about them.
Tits are tits.
I can't
Tits, dude.
quite put my finger on it.
They're tits. Is there fucking tits, dude? Is there fat fucking tits?
I don't know.
Hey man, is there fat fucking tits, dude?
I guess it's a mystery. Anyway,
It's a little shit.
geared up and ready to go, we can use the key to unlock the north gate and start our journey proper. Before we actually head out, we should consult the map that we have. You can see that there are 4 main areas of interest right now. 5 if you count the village we just came from. Each Roman numeral is a dungeon, and we'll need to clear them all if we were to enter the fort again to challenge the big bad guy. I recommend doing the dungeons in order, but I don't really think you can do them out of order per se. Bit of a spoiler now, we pick up key items in the first 2 dungeons that we will need to clear the 3rd dungeon, and by extension, the fort. So with that said, we'll head to the northwest towards the 1st dungeon.
So it's a
As
pretty
we go along, you
linear
can see
game
that the
then.
knife I chose to start out with kind of stinks. It does piss poor damage, but it's fast.
The way she turns is mesmerizing in a not so good way to me. Funny rotation. What do you mean exactly? I don't see anything like weird with the animations in this game. Like I agree with Inlewdity that they're pretty good, like in terms of quality. So I don't get your point there, Evil Bookman.
Insofar as it drains little stamina with each swing. One thing I like about this game is the variety of weapons we can get.
I have a joke in my head and I don't know how to put it out. I mean, shoot your shot. Like, at least try it, you know?
Knives, crossbows, long swords, hammers, great swords. There's even a big ball on a chain. And the weebs will be happy that they have a katana type sword in here too. The game allows you to dual wield one-handed weapons as well. It's neatly implemented in a way that you can do rapid attacks if you get the timing of your inputs just right. Although once I get a certain weapon, I just carry that type all the way to the end. You'll know what I mean when we get there. There are also many different shields and status buffing rings that we can pick up in our journey as well.
Okay.
On the way to the dungeon, we've been seeing a few of these large boulders. Using a melee attack doesn't do anything to them, and the bombs we have do nothing either. Seems we'll just have to go.
The animations are good. The rotation feels weird to me. Like the angle of a diorama constantly changing. Ah, okay. I get what you mean now.
Go around these for now, and luckily we could still make it to the 1st dungeon without having to deal with these now. We hop down a small slope to the grass below, and just shortly further ahead is an entrance to a cave. Delving into the cave, we have arrived at the 1st dungeon.
Yeah, I
The dark
get
and
it, Evil
clammy
Bookman.
looking
I get
interior
what
of
you
the
mean now.
dungeon sets an ominous tone for the crawl ahead.
If my girl's cup size doesn't fit in more than 8 FF or higher bytes, then I don't want her.
The teleport spot that we will need to interact
You see how she just does a 180? Okay, let's try this again.
dungeon sets an ominous tone for the crawl ahead. There is a teleport spot that we will need to interact with to unlock.
Okay.
Learn that.
Again, I get what you mean. Okay. I don't know. Someone funnier could do it better or not. I don't know. Okay. If you don't want to, that's fine.
The hard way on my initial playthrough. We make our way through the winding paths of the dungeon until we reach a spot with a little Dark Souls message written on the ground telling us of treasure ahead. We follow the path forward and open the chest, receiving the power ring. This item allows us to pick up large, heavy objects, like your mom.
Ooh, got him!
Wow,
We can now
so
pick
funny.
up those boulders that block our path. This game has a bunch of small details I've noticed. Many of them seem obvious when pointed out, like a reaction of, yeah, why wouldn't it be like that? But just 2 I've noticed with the boulder, or any object we can pick up, is you can smash enemies with them.
No, that was the joke. Okay. So, nah, I thought it was pretty funny, to be fair. But yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about in relation to, like, attention to detail. Like, it's the small things, but, like, they add up, you know? And make the experience, better. Hello, what did I... Whoa, mama. Yeah, you missed quite a lot, Akira, but welcome to the stream. Like, we already watched, like, 2 videos from this guy, and this is the 3rd one. We're going to be completing this one before going to, like, a very short one from another content creator. Also, I gotta walk inside 1 second, I'll be back. Okay.
And when thrown into water, they make a simple sploosh sound. Like I said, the second one seems obvious, but I played games where the picked up object either doesn't go into the water, disappears when reaching the water, or the funniest is making the same crumbling sound as it would if it hit solid ground. Having the different sounds for different things goes a long way, and if the details are small enough, they all come together for a very engaging experience. But enough of that cocksucking. We proceed further into the dungeon. Equipped with a broadsword in our right hand and the normal sword in our left, we are the best equipped we can be at this moment as we come up to an arched passageway. As with Boo Boo, we pass through the arch and it slams closed behind us. A large rock enemy rolls violently towards us, and we are engaged in combat with Goron, the boss of the first dungeon. We go to work trying to dodge his punch and cannon attacks. We implement the 5 Ds of evasion. We dodge, duck, dip, dive, and oh. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Hold on. And dodge. With the lock-on mechanic, following the enemy's movements are pretty simple. The hassle comes with trying to roll away before, during, or after an attack. There seems to be a delay in the input, or rather the game just isn't coded to allow for such quick succession of movements. Swinging around the 2 blades in our hands like Terry de Castillo from Mace the Dark Age. Eventually the foul beast is felled. Even though I won't be showing much of the H content we get from enemies, there's a running gag in this game of after boss battle scenes. Here, we walk around the outskirts of the boss arena and stumble upon a small house. The door seems barred and locked, but interacting with it cuts to a scene where our protagonist slowly opens the door, and a hand reaches out to grab and pulls her inside. She seems so happy.
Okay. I love this kind of thing. No. There's a running joke of our protagonist being horribly assaulted. Yeah, it's very funny. Jesus Christ. Was that the FF Tactics female death sound effect? I don't know. I couldn't, confirm that to save a life, man.
After we finish up here, we can find the end dungeon teleporter and teleport back to the village. Back in the village, we should make a habit of leveling up our abilities when we can, including the Estus flask, potion bottle. The game plays like Zelda 1 with Dark Souls influences anyway, so whatever. I tried to put the majority of my upgrades into classes that buff strength and stamina, since we hit harder with higher strength and can swing more times with higher stamina. Magic points and health are secondary, but also valuable. The game downloads with some instructional PNGs, and even one of those they recommend dumping points into strength. Also, no, I don't know what Psychic Force really does. Probably something to do with magic, but other than a healing spell, I never really fucked with magic much. With that out of the way, we head out into the overworld, and head towards the southeast towards the second dungeon. Slashing our way across the land, we get closer to the dungeon by way of a new looking area with grey hillsides. We also see a new enemy appear here, Minotaurs, and even though we do decent enough damage, they can still kill us fairly quickly. In this main hub of them, we come across a locked door.
Actually, this is a good thing to ask, I think, the audience here. Do you prefer your, how do I say that? Do you prefer your hentai games with female protagonists or with male protagonists? What do you prefer in that sense?
Or that says, need amusement key. This game is pretty short. I think it took me...
And I know some of you fuckers are going to, try to loophole me. So no. Non-binary, agender, and trap protagonists do not count. You have 2 options. Choose.
Roughly 7 hours to basically get through everything. So there is content to see outside of just the dungeons and main story beats. We'll visit this area later. Closer to the dungeon, there is a pathway to our north that we...
Female protagonist. Usually female, but both is fine. I don't care as long as the game is good. Fair responses, okay.
We can follow that takes us to a lone merchant. There's a save point and teleport here, so we'll grab those before moving on. Interacting with the merchant, she sells some higher level gear, and seeing that the longsword does almost 20 more damage than the next best weapon, we'll grab that. Equipping the 2-handed weapon, we do much more damage than before.
What do you mean it depends on how the female MC looks like? Oh wait, thoughts on Flip Witch, Forbidden Sex Hex? Oh, fucking that game. It's a very well made game. Just like with this one, it's very well animated, and the dialogue is it has a lot of charm to it. You know? So it is a pretty good game, but it's definitely not to my tastes. It's what I would say. You know, those are my thoughts on Flip Witch. What does that count as? Fuck if I know, dude. I couldn't tell you to save a life. Trap would count as male MC by your logic then, because always pick male if it's because I always will pick male if it is one. Fucking these bastards are too smart, man. They like take advantage of the system. Like, even when I try to prevent it, I swear. How her body looks like. Okay. Sorry, I said yo, then had to dip for like an hour. Now I can say true yo. Oh, welcome back then, son. But no, it's no big deal. Like, if you needed to like go solve something, it's not an issue. Oh my god, she's resting her wrist on her tits. I mean, might as well use their massive size for something good, you know?
And, you know, having tested this out compared to the other sword, this feels right.
Wait, thank you, I used all my brain cells for that. Okay. Lamau, this is the only game I've ever seen with an actual thought-down perspective on the player character. Seriously? You haven't seen like any others with like an actual top-down perspective? That seems unlikely, honestly.
Moving on to the east of the Lone Merchant.
Oh, welcome to the stream, Nuclear Garlic Breads. Welcome. Mayo, probably. Okay. Lol. More games that play with gender bender mechanics would be nice. They would, but again, that's not much my style. Again, it's good that games like Flip Witch exist, and I do think there should be more, but they're definitely not for me. Put your glasses on. Yeah, I'm just going to say, put your glasses on is the best meme in the Berserk community. I'll just say that. It's the one I prefer.
We find a large stone building that leads underground into the second dungeon. Going through the dungeon, we can find many holes and pits in the ground that we can't cross at this time. Making our way around, we eventually find an area of the dungeon where we enter that is colloquially known as the slime room. It's not called that, but we do find a new type of slime enemy.
Because, like, female protagonists, I would have to find a dude attractive to get a scene. Oh, you poor naive fool. Yeah, like, most games with female protagonists, more hentai games with female protagonists, just have one of those. It's either Yuri or Grape. Like, I talked about this in one of my videos, but generally, you don't get much agency in that sense. Like, if you play as a female protagonist. Unless you, like, play as a prostitute. And even then, like, you get the point. But anyway. I believe he means like a top-down like that with how her sprite is drawn. Okay. Again, I still believe that it's a bit unlikely that this is the only... No, but maybe it's the only one he's seen. Like, that doesn't mean it's the only one that exists. Yeah, fair. Okay.
Defeating them, we pick up a key that leads us through a door that then leads us to a solitary treasure chest containing the magic board. Probably the most used gadget in this game.
Berserk memes be like, put your glasses on and the rest is Donovan grape jokes, fanboy Rickert, and Griffith did nothing wrong. Yeah, not exactly like a high bar there.
This item will allow us to cross gaps of up to 4 spaces.
I like the grape. I'm not particularly a fan, but I do understand. Like, different strokes for different folks and, like, whatever.
Wide, as so long as our start and end points are at the same height. With our new tool, we can access deeper parts of the dungeon, and so we make our way towards the areas we have not yet explored. We are nearing the end of the dungeon. Going through the winding corridors of the last few paths, we enter into a room with a large armored foe carrying an even larger sword. I don't even think we could call this a sword. It looks too big, too thick, too heavy. It's like a hunk of iron. But clashing greatsword against greatsword, we need to make sure to watch out for the spinning attack he does. Although, if you notice, anytime we enter into a roll, we initiate iframes that negate all damage taken. It's very helpful when surrounded by enemies or when dealing with long-reaching opponents like Virgo here. In the end, we defeat the knight, and the doors open, allowing us.
The Berserk fandom is JoJo before JoJo, too real. Wish the Tensura community had a variation of the Griffith meme because of a certain character. New season airing now, by the way. Okay.
To exit the dungeon and
Lamau,
proceed.
the sword copy pasta.
But
It's
we
not a copy pasta, you know. That's an actual thing that's said, like in the Berserk manga.
Past the end dungeon, teleport and continue to our right.
Like that's how the story refers to like the Dragon Slayer the first time it's introduced. When you see a big sword.
We find another H scene that we can collect. I say collect because like all good H games, there is a scene viewer that we can fill back at the main menu. Damn. Like I said, these are well animated, I think. Moving on. Exploring the land a bit before we go to the third dungeon, we can go to a smaller mini dungeon at the northwestern part of the map. At our current level, it can be sort of a struggle with many of the enemies here, and towards the end, we fight a knight in blue armor. This battle nearly kills me, and it makes me expend all of my healing resources, but defeating the enemy knight allows us to access the chest further north of the room without fear of them hacking us to pieces. From the chest, we gain the amusement key, and with that, we can access the previously found locked door, so let us head there now. Passing through the locked gate, we can follow a path to our north that leads us into a small town. There is writing on the ground that says that we can rest here until night, and it's in front of the only locked house here.
YouTube-kun, no! What's wrong? Did the string, like, did YouTube, like, block my string or something? Or, like, is that just a meme you're making? Also, Dan, we got a ton more viewers, like, from, like, 10 minutes ago to now. Like, we pretty much doubled the CCV. Pretty cool.
There's a chest further north in this area that grants us the House of Lust key. Cutting quickly to that, it's just an enemy dungeon with like 4 rooms. I never found anything relevant in that dungeon, but if someone has found something cool there, then please let me know. If we stay in the
games like this should have an extra item slot for keeping an item in the cliff. That would certainly be pretty cool, honestly. No, I'm just memeing because the... okay. I got worried for a second there.
We can exit the house and see more text that says that we can peep through the small windows of the homes. Doing so allows us to see some cool things. Mainly just people fucking. But that's pretty cool in and of itself. Nothing much more we can do here, and with that spectacle seen, we can make our way to the third dungeon. On our journey to the third dungeon, we travel to the northeast side of the map. Using the tools we've gathered so far to cross gaps and lift objects out of our way, we pass through the graveyard and also find another locked mini-dungeon that needs a mysterious key to unlock. Every set piece in this game has had a point so far, so we'll probably do something here later. Coming across the deep diving entrance to the third dungeon, we descend into the depths below. Once in the dungeon proper, we run across treasure chests pretty early on.
I know it's from the manga, but a copy pasta is any text that becomes viral. I don't think it needs to be fake or made up. Look at AM's hate rant, for example. Fair.
But opening them reveals that they are empty. I don't think we're missing out much. We have plenty of money and a good sword, but unless we're missing another tool, then I say we're fine. I do like and dislike this dungeon. It's a culmination of trials that test both the mechanics that we've practiced and use of the tools we've gathered, and these come together into an expansive and challenging final test. I like that part of it, but what I don't like is certain rooms that bring out the pot of greed in me by pulling me off the intended path for treasure that I then have to circle all the way back around to get back on the aforementioned intended path.
I mean, to be fair, that's your fault though.
Numbered weight puzzles aren't that hard, even though I'm too stupid to do math much as it is. These aren't that much of an issue, truly. I still find the game engaging enough to stomach those relative low points. Eventually making it through the dungeon to near the end, we come to some corridors that have writings on the ground. Seems that someone had been down here before us and met with a terrible fate. Some curse or something that had changed the person into something seeking revenge. Coming upon a familiar archway, we enter the next room and are confronted with Geranio, the boss creature of the third dungeon. We can presume that the messages we saw previously were left by this creature, and to finish the game, we'll have to defeat him. His slash attack is what we should be wary of, because his little 3 stabs he does doesn't do all that much damage. The real kicker is that he's fast. and that coupled with the shield he has, makes fighting the enemy a little more tactical than our previous foes.
Obscure anime beef with Inlewdity. Big drama alert. God damn it. Fucking cancerous ass shit.
Although the big G doesn't stand for long, with a final cut from our longsword, he goes down, and we can move on. Upon his death, we are shown the main gate in front of the fort has opened, allowing us to access the final area. We can also grab the H scene here in the next room. You know, I was wondering if the empty chest in the dungeon was going to lead to mimic type enemies. Guess I just had to wait until the end.
What the fuck? How does that make any sense? Dude was just fucking waiting in that chest, like, oh, I hope a hot woman, like, comes across here. Like, I hope a hot woman, like, just randomly opens this chest so I can... Fuck, what was that dude doing there? I'm sure he will, Big Pew. I'm sure he will.
Making our way towards the fort, we pass through the main...
Did that skeleton just bleed? Yeah, some not so great attention to detail there.
Gate and start to head through the front entrance when we're attacked by an axe-wielding blue knight. We're pretty strong now, and as long as we play smart, we defeat him with no worries, and head underground.
You think he would do the same thing for a man? I don't know. Maybe. You know what? I don't want to think about this anymore. Bro's a mimic law. He's spawn camping.
We explore the depths of the fort. The different pathways will lead us deeper underground and also to the roof above. We'll need to collect like 4 or 5 keys to fully unlock and explore the area. That's a bit annoying, but it makes sense. A fort without multiple locked doors is no fort at all. While exploring the east side of the fort, we pick up a scrap of paper that has a drawing of a layout very similar to that of the larger part of the graveyard we previously saw. Following through with this could lead us to some neat treasure, so let's break from this for now and see where this takes us. Going to the large graveyard, we equip the power ring, and this allows us to pick up the gravestones. The graves are in a 3x7 grid, and following the drawing on the paper we picked up, nets us the mysterious key. We can take this to that other mini dungeon, so let's head there now. Diving past the locked entrance, we meet with the message of legendary treasures here. Are they in this chest?
You know what? I was going to comment something, but nah, let's just continue.
Chest right in front of me? We open the chest and get the useless sword. Thanks, I hate it. There is another chest out of reach, so a secret passage must be around here. We can usually get tipped off to these things by looking at the candlesticks placed in such a way that it seems to stand out. Here it isn't so obvious, but if there was a hidden passage, then it's just a process of elimination. The dungeon itself is filled with strong enemies, and the place seems more puzzle-centric than the previous mini-dungeons. Once you're past the skeletons, there aren't any more enemies. We'll meet with another number block puzzle, using the magic board to cross the gaps, finding the switch, and once all that is done, we are finally at the legendary treasure that was mentioned to us at the beginning. 4 chests await our depredation, and from the chests we pull the Grimmelos spear, the Mars shield, the Ludian sword, and the Remthia sword.
In before it becomes a broken weapon. Is there anything consensual in this game? No. Like, there are tons of, like... That's why I asked that question, because most games with female protagonists, like, don't have any consensual stuff, or have very little consensual stuff. It's mostly, like, grape. It's, again, what I talk about in that, like, video of mine. Like, can female-led hentai games be, like, fun without the grape? Like, I did a whole video on, like, this whole cliche. You playing the game. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying with the design trying to do too much. Yeah. Actually, I'm not playing this game consensually. The game is... Anyway.
Stepping aside to equip our new gear, and we get a massive upgrade from the longsword.
I watched that video. It's one of my favorites. I'm glad to hear that. Like, I think it's one of the best I've made too. Personally, I'm very proud of that video. God, actually, I think that's what got me into your channel. Again, very nice to learn that. If you pirate the game, it's... whatever. If I made an H game, it would be about a magical girl becomes stronger as she becomes more intimate with a few specific boys. Honestly, that sounds like a very great concept, frankly. I play that. Medieval magical bikini girl.
The Ludian sword already does a base of 96 damage, but having saved up money and resources, we can get it up to doing 135. This weapon now does so much damage it's hard not to defeat anything we come across. And with that, I think we...
Like, I know that they were trying to, like, give you a, like, very good weapon as a reward for, like, clearing a particularly difficult, like, hidden dungeon. I get the intention here, but I feel like they went a bit too far. Like, you're going to see this, but, like, you already get a taste of that by what that sword did to the Blue Knights. Like, the Blue Knight, you remember, with the normal sword, it was pretty much a boss type enemy. And he just defeated it with like 2 slashes. So yeah, I feel like they went a bit overboard with that one. There's Korean erotic about that. I forgot what it was called. How much berserk can we fit in the video? Batman, estou falando do sexo. Bem-vindo à stream. Bem-vindo à live, genérico Jerônimo.
We can finish our quest. Heading back to the fort to bring this to a conclusion. Going back to the roof, we were blocked by a door that needs the fort key. The search for this will lead us to further explore the rest of the underground of the fort. We pass by a long room where we fight a red-colored knight. Not so much fight, but easily destroy. 5 hits and he's dead. And we pick up the star key, which unlocks the door to the south. We eventually come to a very large room, which is a puzzle-type room that we need to use the magic board to find the correct path to a chest. I think the dev knows what they're doing with all of these little side chests and things, because I do hear what I've previously mentioned by getting pulled off the correct path for the promise of good loot. With what we have now, there's no real need to get sidetracked, but I do. Anyway,
that's understandable,
we make it to
honestly.
the saw chest.
I do the same.
And pull from it the sun key. We go to a room that is locked by 2 doors. And using the sun and moon keys, we unlock said doors and go up to the chest on high to get the fort key. One step closer to actualizing the end of our quest. Passing through the fort's rooftop door, we go...
Speaking of magical girls, I want to watch the new Precure so bad. Cure Arcana Shadow looks so gorgeous. I don't know, you know what? No, it's own theme, so I'll mention it. I've seen so much hentai of that particular, like, Precure girl. Like, there's already a lot of Precure hentai, but I've seen so much of, like, Arcana Shadow in particular. I don't understand it. Like, yeah, she has a amazing design, I get that, but still, like, I don't feel like it deserves that much hype, you know? That's a bit excessive. The things I would do to cure... Okay. Anyway.
We go to the left to save up before heading any further in the B1 level of this place. One of the last trials is another find the switch puzzle.
Yeah, I'll
and I think
talk
my
about
point
it
I made
later.
about games being made with purposeful time-wasting tricks being not great carries over here. It would...
Yeah, she went viral. Oh, Cure Arcana Shadow is that girl. I've been seeing her a lot lately in the some places, same.
Would be a neat kind of puzzle if the switch was actually hidden instead of just being under an object. Not to dock too many points from a pretty great game, but these things must be accounted for.
Oh my god, it's him.
No game I've done a video about has been a solid 10 out of 10 yet. It's out there. I know it is. I'll find it one day. We eventually find the switch and unlock the door to the south, where we go through some hallways to a chest that contains the King's Key, which will unlock a door towards the north end of the B1 level. Going past the King's Key doorway, we come to a white-floored room covered mostly in a blue rug, where we meet with the final boss of the game.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
He's fast and agile. He uses a slash attack coupled with a multi-projectile magic attack.
Look how
We
OP
dodge
this
around,
shit is.
And we... Huh. Okay, he's dead. 8 hits and he falls. This sword, when upgraded like we have it, is too much. Nothing can stop us in these lands. But I haven't mentioned the other island yet. There is another overworld map with 2 more dungeons.
1,
I think
2,
these
3.
are added later as a sort of DLC, because they aren't required to go through
4,
to finish the game.
5.
I won't go through them here, but leave them up for
Not
you
doing
to
the meme.
experience and enjoy.
8.
Passing through the door to the
8
north.
fucking slashes. This definitely wasn't balanced well. I think it's a combination of things. Kudere Get Moe, amazing henshin sequence, mysterious character archetype. Fair. Like, I think K got viral too for similar though opposite reasons, so I get the point. Uh, I have a bottle of diluted Dr. Pepper. It kind of looks like apple juice. Do you think I can give this to someone to fool that? Don't do that. Don't become like an adventure game protagonist. The sword doesn't actually do that much damage. The damage just scales the cup size. Yeah, then it should be more, I think. Golden Sun, Dark Dawn when you recruit Svet. Okay.
We can gather the last H-scene room. Our little adventuress has gotten privy to these rooms, but alas, she still gets pulled in. Once out of the fuck room,
amazing joke.
We head further up into the final area where we claim the soul we've sought out. In doing so, we wake up and remember that we were about to start our journey to the fort in search of treasure galore. As Ouroboros eats their tail to create the endless cycle, so too do we get caught in the never-ending Groundhog Day. So that was
kind of a dark ending to like the game if you think about it. Though does make sense, honestly.
Juyoko no
I think she likes it at this point. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Is it just me or was she? No, she was smiling. Again, it's supposed to be. Arma, please leave. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Calm down. Let me see this. Like, you got me scared now. One sec. Okay. How in the fuck are you here? Like, I literally set this to like 18 plus. Like, how in the fuck is Arma here? Like, you shouldn't be here, Arma. Like, this is an 18 plus stream. Like, I don't know what's happening. Well, thank you for that. Like, Jesus Christ, why is YouTube like this? Why does nothing work in this website? But I literally set it to like 18 plus only. Like, there's literally a setting to that. Like, I literally, how? Whatever, man. I am the rogue warrior. Like, we already got, like, at least Arma is a good person and he knows that he shouldn't be watching that, so it's whatever. Anyway, let's get to the comments. And anyway, yeah, she very much was smiling. Stealing coins from hobos to get me that sweet key item for Soke name and stupid puzzle. Is it even grape anymore? Like, the Fortress of Beastly Desires one. That's actually interesting because in a lot of like hentai media, the girl will often say like, no, grape me, like actually asking for that. So is it even grape at that point? This is weird. Anyway. Not gonna lie, Mr. Obscure Anime, most people lie about their ages when going on YouTube. Fine, fair. That makes sense, unfortunately. You should probably put it in the title. I will next time. The proof is that I can still join despite my account being AI cucked into a 5-year-old. Cause I know I lied like shit when I made my... Anyway, once the string ends, I won't be able to watch the VOD anymore. That's the only effect, Lamau. Why do I even try? Anyway, it's orange. Goddamn cummy guzzling cocksucker best. Anyway.
Josai. In short, a game about a heroine that goes on a quest to reclaim her life after her adventure goes wrong. I think this was a very good game. Gameplay-wise, it's very solid. The art and animation...
Oh, actually, that's a good question. Like, I asked the same question of the other game, more like a joke. But did this review interest any of you in this game? Or is it not to you guys' tastes?
Is great too. The openness of the world space, or rather how open it feels like it becomes after gaining the power ring and magic board, is well implemented. Since it's highly likely this is influenced heavily by Zelda games, I would wonder if the game would be better if it was made to jump to 3D like Zelda games
Fair, Big Pew, fair.
have done. For what this game is, it's good. I recommend it fully. That's really all I have to say about this relatively short game at this time.
Mild interest.
As always, I'll put
I
the
liked
relevant
it.
information
The game
in the
looks fun.
description. I do recommend checking out the developer. They put out
Like, I saw a tweet, and I know it was supposed to be rage bait, probably, like engagement bait. Didn't see the whole thing, unfortunately. Is this more Zelda or Wise? I think it's a combination of, like, Zelda and Dark Souls, like, in terms of mechanics. How do I... More like Zelda. Yeah, it's like a classic Zelda game with Dark Souls-inspired mechanics. But anyway, how would... Oh yeah, I saw this tweet, and I know that a lot of people on Twitter like do purposeful rage bait to farm engagements because you can actually earn money off of that. But I saw a tweet that like said, "Oh, porn games sound like a great like concept, right? But like the reality is that all of them fail at both being games and being porn." And like with games like this existing, as well as like Black Souls, the Rand series, and a bunch of others I could name, like fucking Princess Evangel, like that person is wrong on so many levels, it's actually upsetting. Like I know it's rage baited, and it still upsets me because of how wrong it is.
many more games than just this one, and they look at least just as good as this. I hope to get around to playing more of them, but I have work to do on a more requested title, and hopefully that will be out next month. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did, Mr. Kojima. But anyway, like, I mean, if I had it sitting on my Eroge VN, I would play it a bit, but I wouldn't go out of my way to play it. Honestly, they probably played a whole bunch of bad games with H components they didn't like. Again, like, it's why you should, like, try to expand, like, not, I'm going to say this, you shouldn't let your bad experiences define you, like, define your opinion of a whole group of people or, like, a whole genre of things, you know? That's all I'm going to say. Anyway. And then generalize from there for free Twitter paychecks. I did like it, Mr. Hideo. If it was posted on 4chan instead of Twitter, I would assume it's a thinly veiled recommendation request thread. Good point there. By the way, this is probably off topic for the stream, so we don't have to talk about it, but oh wait, did you hear about the huge piracy argument between Japanese Twitter user and the rest of the world the other day? Yes, I did. I generally don't care about Twitter drama, but I think it reflects a fundamental difference in values between Japanese people and others, perhaps. Definitely, yeah. The Japanese are very, like, sensitive about this whole piracy thing. Like, they very much side with the companies on that, especially the otaku, unfortunately. So yeah, very disappointing, but it's just one of those, like, cultural difference things. Oh, I have a quote from a wise man about this topic. Okay, say it. And while you do, we're going to pivot from, like, hentai reviews to, like, a very edgy, like, essentially funny video about Halo. Like, a very, very different subject. But yes, I need to warn you guys that this is going to be, like, a genuinely very... How do I say this? Genuinely very edgy video. Like, there's a lot of edgy humor here. So if you don't like it, please stop watching, okay? You've been warned. Without further ado, let's go to why nobody liked Fireteam Osiris by Master Cheeks.
It has been 10 years since Halo 5 came out, and people still do not give a shit about Fireteam Osiris, even though the Halo Twitter account won't stop acting like they're these fan favourite characters for some reason. Every time they show up in one of 343's little community celebration posts, it's like the personification of this meme. It's like that one dude that nobody invites to parties, but they still show up anyway, even though they should have really figured out by now that nobody likes them, and that's why they never get invited like everybody else does. I mean, it's borderline sad at this point. I mean, they were in one game that came out in 2015, a game that nobody liked. And yet 343 still keep trying to make them a thing. Kinda like Hollywood was in 2015 with Jai Courtney. Like, Fireteam Osiris are genuinely some of the most ass characters in all of Halo.
I personally get super brain rot when I see people like try to mediate between the Japanese and American sides of like the DDR community. It's like, oh, the culture around it is don't give a fuck about what you have to say. You exist only on the internet, shut your bitch ass up. Yours truly. Fair, honestly, given like the quality of discourse online, that's a fair like reaction to have. No video about the ridiculous extreme lives of colossal squids? No. Anyway, I would like to react to tribute to Anomalocaris. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Maybe in the future. Anyway, data is basically piracy.
Let alone main characters. Nobody likes them other than those weird fans that take being a fan way too far to the point they just pretend to like everything no matter how shit it is. They semi-implied that Locke died off screen in Infinite and nobody fucking cared. The only member of Osiris that anybody actually likes is Buck, and that's purely because they recognise him from a previous game. He doesn't do anything in Halo 5, just like the rest of them. I mean, what can you even say about these four? What personality do any of them have? It's just a black guy, a woman, a black Asian woman.
The fucking chirp is diabolical. Are these the people from the arcade game? I have no idea what you're talking about.
And a Canadian, because this game was made at the peak of that era where just being diverse trumped having diverse personalities. The only one of them with any...
I mean, like, have we gotten out of that era yet? It feels like this is still happening quite frequently.
Noteworthy character traits is Vale, because she can speak the elite's language, and then it never got brought up again. Well, let's just go through some of the scenes with Osiris so I can fully show you just how late...
I haven't seen Halo in 25 years. Who are these people and why can't we see their faces? Halo has changed a lot. That's what I'll say.
These characters were. So you've got the opening cutscene, they do some robotic back and forth dialogue about how you're my nigger Buck, I am your nigger Locke. And then they just do...
Just so you guys understand how broken my sense of humor is, like, the first time I saw that, like, I laughed for minutes on end. Like, this isn't funny. Like, this objectively is not funny. But my sense of humor is so broken that I laughed for straight minutes at this joke alone. God, I need help.
Random shit. There's no teamwork or anything here, nothing to show off the different personalities or fighting style. They just run around and kill random enemies while showing off the new gameplay abilities like the ground pound. Except none of it looks as cool in the game as it does here. So then they kill the leader of the Covenant, and once again they just don't do anything to make them stand.
Chat, is this line real? No, it isn't. Oh no, the smoke alarm. Yeah, he's going to keep using that and it's diabolical every time. Jesus Christ. I warned you guys that it was going to be edgy. You don't get to complain.
And out from one another. The most I can say is that Vale seems to be a bit more acrobatic than the others, but that's about it. And even then, they don't really do anything in.
Is it bad that I didn't notice the smoke alarm for a while? No comment. It always makes me think I need to change mine, and then I found out I don't have to. Anyway.
The later cutscenes to emphasise this is an actual character trait that she has. The black Asian chick doesn't even do anything in this cutscene. She doesn't do anything for the entire fucking game. So anyway, they get told Master Chief's gone rogue, but Locke's like, "Don't worry, sir. I'll handle this." Sir, he jumped my ass. But I'm getting ahead of my...
The fact that this is literally what fucking happens in the story, bro, I swear. I still can't hear the smoke alarm. Its frequency is misaligned for my... Anyway.
Myself. There's this scene where they're about to go on the mission to stop Master Chief, and Buck's like, "You know, every gamer's gonna hate us when they play this game, right?" And Locke's like, "You're not the only one who's here because of Master Chief." Could have fooled me. because he doesn't do anything at any point that implies he looks up to or cares about Master Chief in any way. He even says 2 seconds prior to this that he doesn't care that it's Master Chief they're going after because it's just another mission to him. These characters don't say things that reflect their personality, they just say whatever the writer thinks sounds cool.
What was he expecting? I feel like bro was too arrogant. Like, Chief is just some old dude, I can take him. And then he gets manhandled because it's the fucking Chief, you know?
Coolest in the moment. Then later on, they finally catch up to Master Chief and Locke loses all aura that he didn't even have to begin with. Man now has negative aura. Locke goes up to Chief and Blue Team and tries to talk to them, but Master Chief says, "Sorry Jerome, I don't want to listen to your mixtape," and starts walking away, so Locke says, "Don't worry, I'm gonna handle your AI girlfriend for you." Master Chief says, "Cortana ain't no mudshark, buddy," and whips him in the face with his own gun.
Like, look at how badass Master Chief is. He just takes his gun away with one hand and then destroys it on his face. Like, what did you expect to happen? Of course you're gonna lose.
Now, what follows should have been an adrenaline-pumping, high-octane brawl with lightning-fast punches. But due to years of fentanyl abuse, Spartan Locke's reaction time ain't what it used to be, and so he gets manhandled by the Chief. Locke manages to crack Chief's...
Also, look at this. Like, what was supposed to happen here? Like, what is this fight scene? Who thought this was an actual move that they should put in this game? Like, who thought this looked good? Look at this
what
shit.
It used to be, and so he gets manhandled by the Chief.
What was the Chief
Locke
trying to
manages
do
to crack
here?
Chief's visor, but that backfires
Anyway.
on him because now Chief just looks even cooler than he did before, and so he decides it's time to cut the fight short by using the Indian computer virus device on Master Chief, which will cause his suit to need a Windows update. But luckily, Master Chief uses the knowledge of African culture he got from those mandatory HR meetings to his advantage, giving Locke the black boyfriend backhander. His suit then injects him with as much caffeine as 2 white monsters, creating a third, before delivering a Viking headbutt and reversing the Jeep device back on him. And to convey that Locke is statistically more murderous than other Spartans, he pulls out the 9 just before his suit gets bricked. You know, the funniest thing...
Look at this shit. Like, he managed to cram, like, the amount of racial stereotypes this dude managed to cram in, like, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Like, I'm not going to say it's a thing of beauty, because, like, it isn't, but I just find it somewhat impressive. I'm going to say that. This is definitely, like, some masterful writing there, even if it's used for, like, not so good purposes. No, not the Windows 11 update. That's the worst part.
Thing about all this is that throughout the entire fight, the other members of Team Osiris have just been standing there watching Locke get his ass kicked. So,
of course they've been standing around, like, watching the other dude get his ass kicked. Like, if they interfere, the Chief would just manhandle them as well. The dedication's impressive, but not admirable. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He must have some real racist ancestors he learned from. Anyway.
After that, they go to see Arbiter, and just like the audience, he tells Locke, "I don't give a fuck who you are, mate, just come help me fight."
He could have gotten away with 2 more alarms. One would say there's beauty in destruction. Anyway, moving on.
The Covenant. Then they get on a ship to fight the Covenant, and Buck's like, "Hey, black Asian woman, just realised you haven't done anything during this entire game. Give us a cool speech or something." To which she then just says some shit like, "We some cold niggas and we gonna kill some fools, you feel me?"
You know what's the worst part of this dialogue? Like, he's been exaggerating and making jokes, like, throughout this video, but the worst part about this dialogue is that this is, like, 100%, like, just what she says in the game. Like, obviously, this is, like, heavily abridged, and, like, she doesn't, like, actually directly uses the N-word, but, like, essentially that's what she says, and that's, like, the worst thing. Like, who the hell thought this was a good idea? Who the fuck thought this, like, actually sounded cool? Why? Why? Anyway.
And then she goes back to saying nothing for the rest of the game. See, that's the most immersion-breaking part of Halo 5. Not the aliens, no, it's the idea that a black woman could go this long without talking.
No comment on that one.
Then need to get on the Guardian before it leaves, and so they get picked up by another boring character nobody likes, Sarah Palmer, and she flies them to it. But since she's a female pilot, she crashes and dies. They then catch...
Actually, there's a bit more like lore to this one, lower, quote unquote, because like at surface value, this just seems like another sexist joke, but it's actually referencing like a real life event that occurred where a female pilot like somehow managed to land a plane like upside down and on fire. So like that's what this joke is referencing.
Up to Chief and Blue Team. Locke immediately gets flashbacks to the last meeting and says, "I don't want to smoke, Chief. Same team, same team." And then they bring Chief back to the UNSC, and we never see any of Fireteam Osiris again. They'll most likely get mentioned in a book or something that Hidden Xperia will do a video on, and then they'll never get heard of again.
And that's the video. Oh, then there's an incident like that not even I knew about. Anyway, okay. I just saw this sale for every game published by Kagura. It only costs like 1,769 US dollars. Yeah, like surely, like someone is going to buy that bundle, surely. Okay, that's 2 more alarms. The fuck is going on with Kagura games? Big Pew and the Doll Hairs. I've heard of the student loan crisis. Get ready for the Coomer loan crisis. Not be confused with the Coomer loan crisis. Anyway, that's 3 more alarms now. The impression is gone. Sperm banks when you get a loan. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, wait, what? Huh? I thought, okay. Amelia Earhart would be rolling in her grave if she had one. She what? Yeah, she managed to like land a plane upside down and on fire. Like, how can someone be this incompetent? I swear. Anyway, yeah, a lady crashed into a plane flying out at JFK Airport. Jesus Christ. The type of video that you can present in class and get an awkward silence afterwards, and the professor just sighs and starts calling up to the next group. Sorry. We still have some time though, so like, give me a sec. Like, I'm going to do something that I was planning to do like in another stream, but like, since we have the time, I'm just going to do it right now, okay? Just give me a sec. Where is this? Where is the... okay, perfect. Okay. I think I can show it to you guys now. Okay, there's this playlist that I have called Haha Funny, in which I just store, like, every single meme video I like. And so I'm going to be showcasing some of them so you guys have an idea of how broken my humor is, you know? So yeah, just let me set up a bit, and then we're going to go over some of the fantastic memes I have, like, lined up here. Okay. Okay. How? The fuck if I know, man. Like, I really have no idea. Let me just get caught up and then we'll continue. But by the way, the lady was in a helicopter. She was talented. Iron might want to scout her. Well, maybe not since she's there. Oh god, this is so tragic. Wait, a lady crashed a helicopter into a passenger plane while it was flying out of an airport? Easy pew. Maybe like an honorary... God damn it, man. That takes getting T-boned in your driveway to a whole new level. Something like that might have been coming in. Almost 300 videos. Oh, Mr. Obscure Anime, did you see that I think my girlfriend might be a Shotakon? Yes, I did. But like, I didn't really have anything to say about that. Like, what am I supposed to respond to this? You know? Anyway. Some people were talking about how Oda was a pedophile or whatever, and she was like... not even touching that with a fucking 30-foot pole. Anyway. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing like all of them. So I'm going to be skipping through some. Oh, this is a good one. Wait, I need to like enable subtitles. Okay, perfect.
私、憧れの巌流島に来られてとっても嬉しいです。せっかく来たからには武蔵さんとお手合わせお願いできれば。
何？こんなにも可愛い女の子に挑戦されるなんてそうあることじゃないわ。モテ期。
Oh, we're watching some funny videos, Prin. Like from my haha funny playlist. Welcome to the stream. My favorite BA ship. That's like objectively wrong. Like how the hell do you have a Yuri ship as your favorite? Anyway.
新面武蔵大歓迎でお相手しましょう。
行きますよ。
いただきます。いただきます。
いただきます。
あら、ちょっと。あら、あら、あら、あら、あら。
She got brain damage.
これは。ダメ、可愛すぎる。ってあれ？おい。勝負あり。
Wait. Let me get you the next one. She got brain damage. Oh, this is a good one. That feeling when you're mildly inconvenienced.
Okay, I think I should just die. I think I should just die, right? I should just die. Honestly, I should die. Oh my god.
Millennials when Zoomers when their phone is out of battery. Volume is higher than your voice right now, by the way. I'll try to fix that later. Just a sec. Oh, this is another good one. This is from the Black Souls community. It's a Black Souls meme.
Rape is natural. Rape is healthy. Rape is good. Society needs more rape. Cultivate rape.
Jesus Christ. Okay. What's another good one? Like, let me get this. Where is it? Oh yeah, there's a good PragerU. No, I don't have any PragerU videos like on my playlist. What? Stream is going to be smited at this way. Yeah, I should probably be more careful. This is pretty much a funny summary of the first episode of the Blue Archive, the animation. And that's how the first episode of Blue Archive goes. Is this Blue Sechi? No, it's another person. Nonomi's a living melon. Okay, I'm going to get caught up with the comments before we go to the next one because there's like a bunch of them. Okay. I think she thinks I care or something because I thought it was crazy that she said that Shotakon is okay but not Lolicon. If she starts becoming a mad scientist and offers you a rejuvenation formula, would you chug it? Absolutely not. No comment there. I like to stay unviolated. Oh my god, Hifuazu. Oh hey, my favorite BA ship. Cute as fuck. Is this going to be the one where she misses her sword like 12 times? What anime is this? BA plus old memes is a great fit. My favorite girl failure, she's going nowhere. Because it's Hifumi and Azusa. It's my only BA Yuri ship. Fair. To be fair, what male ships are there? Like, you can make, like, ships with Sensei, you know? It's from Fate Samurai Remnant, but that's a game. Yes, it's a short animation based on the game. Oh, yeah. When you read Eden Treaty, you see. Oh my god, so cute. Oh no, she's retarded. And like that, she's defeated. Oh yeah, I like the plain white bread X a 5-course meal. Anyway, she's so wonderfully regarded. Okay. Propose an idea for you, Citrine. It's going to take forever to you possibly play lone RPG and Demon Roots and do an episodic format with them. I'll see what I'll do. Wow, Musashi is so strong. Defeated her without even drawing the sword. Wanted to see Kiaru dance. No. Sorry. The best part about Fate Samurai Remnant is that the localizers registered the urge to call Musashi Musashita because she's a woman now. No, but that is like from FGO. She appeared in FGO first, and so that was already like kind of an established thing, so they couldn't like change it like that. What is this? Praga? Okay, I get the joke now. I want you to start with Lone RPG and start producing episodes like what those YouTubers do when they're reviewing something. I think it's a good way to make your content. That way you could focus more on your... Again, I will see what I'll do. This sounds like the blue UN army guy heads, but evil. Leaf, my goat. Average Leaf Mo. I dislike that video because I hate Grey. Boo. Grey boo. Focus on your strings and produce stuff you could want to. It's a smart idea. Also see, if you don't want to do this, I'm fine. It's just like it's taking forever. Either way, you don't want to do this or you do. That's fine. Either just want to be incredibly honest. Again, I'm working on the Lone RPG video. It's just that there's so much other stuff to do that's going to take a while. Like, I'm sorry. I know that's taking forever, but I can't progress any faster than this. Yeah, we can't watch the Arizu, the Arizu video. This might be a bit of a hot take, but I think grape is like a bad thing. Oh my god, no way, dude. Like, grape? A bad thing? No. Whoa, my DD alarm is going off. Okay, Cinema, big forehead. She has a big brain. I like how I've seen like a million things from Fate at this point, but I can never tell that's from Fate because there's just anything in Fate apparently. Knights, samurai, magic, modern clothes. Probably zombie, alien, vampires, aliens, and robots too. All that's in Fate. Best part about FGO is that the localizers... okay. The joke is localizer bad. Please like and subscribe. Okay. Let's just get to the next video now. Which one would be good? Like, fucking hell. Okay, where is it? No, these aren't too interesting. Okay. This one is good. Okay, let's watch this one.
子供の頃の夢は色あせない落書きで思うまま書き滑らせて描く未来へとつながる澄み渡
You didn't have an arm, man. How did they fuck this up so bad? This is AI anime before AI was a thing. No. Look how perfect this shit is. Look how done the horse looks. Is that Musashi Gando? Yes. If the opening song costs more than the anime, probably. Horse light skins there. Amazing. 10 out of 10 opening. Anyone see ReZero Season 4 Episode 1 or how god-awful the Crunchyroll subtitles are? That's no surprise at this point. It's like a new record, actually unwatchable until FLE subs. I think we should watch Ragtime Snake. What the hell is that? Okay. When Mori Calliope is coming toward you and you gotta lock in. Anyway, you know, this is cheaper than a lot of hentai. I wish I was capable of typing fast. There are jokes I want to make. Anyway, I dare say AI couldn't even be this fast. These are mistakes that only humans can make. If it serves as consolation, I believe Fate still doesn't have a series with sci-fi cyberpunk setting in terms of aesthetics besides Fate Extra. But Fate Extra doesn't really have the same look as something like Cyberpunk or Shadowrun, etc. Samurai with Gunner dual class. Anyway. Oh, a Ragtime Snake. Oh, okay, so we can watch that. Yes, that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, let me wait a bit. Wait, let me do this. Cause like there's something bad going on like with this page right now. Intro to integrated circuits, please. Like when I can solve this, like I will. Because like there's something bad going on with the like with the what's the name? With the navigator for some reason. I thought it would show one of those silent movie title cards that say slan or something. No, I will not grind monkey type. Okay. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, okay. I think that music is a bit too copyrighted for that. Oh, but like, Pink Pineapple finally a worthy opponent. Is either that or becoming it. Anyway. Do you guys remember when like Kisaki was released but not Seiya? Like, if you guys don't know, in Blue Archive, like Kisaki was released before Seiya. Like, even though people were kind of expecting the opposite to occur. And so, like, people made a bunch of memes off of that. I'm going to show you, like, some of them. Glorious. Seiya the Voiceless. Okay, let me see. The first one was a Toho song, wasn't it? I don't know. There's also one I like from the Boondocks. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Hello, commanders.
Anyway, was the Halo a PNG? Probably. Anyway, let me. Oh, this is also a good one. And the one after that, White Boy, break it down. Yeah, let's go, White Boy. Okay. Let me go from the beginning. No, you said Boondocks, right? Oh, okay. Good one. Okay. No, I never heard. Anyway, let's go comment from comment to comment. Me, a Planeteer, Hunter, and Packmaster, watching a Barbarian home roll touch typist. See what it takes for them to match a fraction of our power. Is this what they call cunny racism? The black one got out before... Anyway, the Chino-Japanese one came out before the Euro-Japanese one. Is this what the kids listen to nowadays on their WhatsApp? Anyway. Obama looking that anyway. Oh, I thought it was Kansai Dorito. Do you watch him? No, I never like heard that name in my life. The Obama just floating around really sells it. Neuron activation. Okay, let's. The next 3 videos are all worth watching, so like I'm just going to let it play.
This court has completed the case against Dodge. Oh God. I'm a little bit injured right now. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jesus Christ! How are you in court? You don't have my hand! What the fuck? I had to defend myself. What? This court rules in the favor of whoa. Officer Hodge.
He lost to a corpse.
You're dead. Fighting only proves that you belong in prison. Let the wardens handle it. What the fuck? I lost to a corpse.
You think you'll be able to come into work tomorrow? I don't think so.
Fuck. What?
I can provide more context for this one later if you guys don't get it. Yeah, that's pretty much how it happens, yeah. Anyway. Hey, wait, actually, some of these other ones are also good. Let's just let it play. When you commit war crimes, but Sensei forgives you. Yes, that one. Literally grabs you by the neck. Okay. Anyway. He is a GFL2 creator. Is this that WWE Sin game? No. I think this is just like an indie prison simulator game. Has a paper 3-player Marvel Rivals. I relate to this. Lamau. Every time I see Court, it reminds me of Higuruma memes. Bro is washed. I stand Higuruma before it was cool. This is probably funny as hell. Jujutsu Kaisen, the Kaneki. Oh, it's the feed artist. Okay, that's more meta. The feed, Lamau. Hey, by the way, remember that guy that I said went missing? Well, he turns out he was alive. He told... Anyway, I'm surprised you haven't caught the GFL2 virus. You have so many GFL shitposts in there. Like, if I had more time, I probably would. It's just that I don't have enough time in my life for another gacha game. But I definitely, like, fucking would if I, like, had the time. You know what to eat someone else that's more delicious, so let him go. He called the police, but the kind of already moved. That's what he told me. So if you're ever in a pickle and about to be eaten by a group of cannibals, remind them of all the most horrible and disgusting things you have ate, and it can smell awful, and that you have a disease, a good way to save your life. I hope I never get into that situation in the first place, but thanks for, like, the heads up, Fallen Angel. Fallen living in a post-apocalyptic wasteland over there. Do you think they'll be doing IRL card montages in Blue Archive? What? Imagine Sensei saying Breaker. Like, they have World Star, but for, like, montages. I think I've seen this game before, but Jiggle Fist. Reminder, Veplay is a doll. Her grip can be very strong. Yeah, it's very strong. Don't you control a unit of cute anime girls? Like, what are you talking about? EBM, her hand grip, right? The only lolly in JJK I like is the most lame and annoying character in the show. Guys, would you be honest with Todo about your taste in woman? Yes, I would. Because I actually want to die. Anyway. Oh, this is a good one too.
Somebody like you deserves to be hit in the street by a fucking moving bus.
I'm going to put it from the beginning. This is me whenever people start, like, being annoying in chat.
Somebody like you deserves to be hit in the street by a fucking moving bus. It's people like your ass that doesn't deserve to live. You deserve to be destroyed. You're on Earth for literally no fucking reason. You deserve to die. Your soul does not deserve to be on this.
Oh, wait, this is a good one too. Oh, god damn it, not again. Low tier anime. Let's try reloading that shit. The fact that it's an actual scene in the game is amazing. Beautiful. What is Metal Gear even about? Fuck if I know. Like war or something. Okay, the next 3 ones are good, so I'm just going to let them play. I generally can't tell whether this is a real scene from Metal Gear. It's real, it's real. Did they make this shit off an acid trip? Probably. Bitch. Yeah, this is a clue speedrun, for context.
Miss Scarlet.
Arrested before she could even do the crime. This one I should probably skip. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
私についてこーい。
I'll be reading you guys' comments like later, okay? The fact that someone actually did this in a convention is fucking wild.
You can't enter the United Nations with that weapon.
That's all.
Wind God girl mentioned. Okay. Oh, there's a good one for like Pippa.
I'm gonna make her feel fucking useless. Silver dogs even doors, trash and ramen everywhere. Must be Pippa's place. Shut the fuck up.
What are you talking about? You're not going to get those nutrients only eating ramen.
Yeah, well, I'm a child. I don't really. Why am I black?
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened. No way. We got you. Not a chance. Not this time. It never happened. It never happened. We made this one up. It's fiction. We made up this one. We made it up.
Triple A Studios be like, wrong. Good one.
Not this time. Not this time. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
US government talking about, oh god, you probably shouldn't bring that up. Anyway, let me, yeah, I can't show that one. This is a good, like, computer meme.
My brother in Christ, that is the fakest statement I've ever heard. Holy shit.
Programming jokes are so lame but so funny at the same time. Anyway. Oh, this is a good one too. I'm starting to think he does, son. I'm really starting to think that's the case. Amazing. Such an action-packed and like light-hearted anime. I definitely want to watch that in the future. I think this video is going to be like how a lot of you guys feel like.
しずり様の尊きナイスバディをお包みし、そのぬくもりと汗と香りが染み込んだ服なのですよ。 それらを消してしまうだなんて大いなる損失ですので何卒脱ぎ捨てた状態そのままでお返しいただけますよお願いに参った次第変態解散この殺気がたまらない元気があるのは
So how many of you identified with green-haired girl? Anyway. Oh, there's a good one too. This is for the Elden Ring players out there. When you accidentally put 1 point in dexterity. Anyway. Oh, this is a diabolical one. And don't worry, I'll be reading the comments like in a bit.
I'm retarded?
The music changed too, man. The shit's diabolical. Should I go this one or this one? Nah. Let's see. Those are too repetitive. LARP, 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 so obscure LARPing. What's exciting? Actually, I want to watch this one. Training with Mambo be like. Fuck, I think I broke the player again. Okay. Okay. No. Oh, there's a great one. Dumpy Tech. Tsukihime? Dumpy attack. Okay, let me see that Tsukihime one. Where is it? I think you mean this one that's like but that's like an anime opening, so it's probably not a good idea. Like because of copyright and shit. Oh, there's another Toho one that I can show you guys though. It's Koishi doing like all the meme dances. Okay, I will. Don't worry, son. Let me just go back a bit. In character for her too. Okay, I would just go and watch the like Zako one that people want me to watch, and then I'll read the comments. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Use ops with an open. Oh no, there's another scene. Okay. Let me just go to the next one and then I'll read the comments. Okay. No. This is just normal blue archive. Oh, there's another good one.
What do you mean, clank, clank, clank? Are you insulting my engineering skills? I designed it to go plap, plap, plap. Now put it in.
Fucking clankers, man. This is too classic. These are good actually. So I'm going to put it on this one. But now I gotta get to the comments. Oh god, there's so many of them. Okay. Okay. Low tier anime. Dan, man. Dan, I turn away into LTG. Always abusive. Like, for example, new video from Hina. I just pissed on Senna backwards, back to the law. I don't think Hina specifically would do that, but maybe, like, Razor. Like, what would Todo say if someone responded with something else than tall with a big ass? What's Metal Gear even about? My friend is a fan and, like, whenever he talks about shit, it's generally just so random. Okay, it's an outtake, a blooper. Bro, I just remembered, did you play Needy Girl Overdose? No, but I'm pretty familiar with the game. I had the displeasure of watching the anime. It's so sad seeing the game like that getting an absolute dog shit of an anime. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, can't believe Metal Gear died because they wanted to turn into a pachinko machine. Just tragic, just tragic. Okay, people just saying that the anime is bad. Yosakura Quartet. Lamau, why is the dog mildly upset? I mean, I would be too if I was just slapped out of nowhere. Anime was looking like a shit for me from the first scene. Always the girl, Shet is the dog after making... Oh yeah, I'm not that abusive, okay? Yeah, and supposedly it has the same writer from the game. The shit game too hard. Though honestly, the game's hard to translate. I see you skipping Shadow the Hedgehog, Ichika. You know, this happened to me outside of a Wendy's yesterday. Anyway. Also, hey, one way to get out of... Okay, okay. I'm just going to believe you there, Fallen. OMG, the mob tripped. Oh, I know the 7-second speedruns. Speedruns are kind of a witchcraft if you aren't familiar with them beforehand. GTF Mobchan, why can't I find more artworks of you? I feel like Mobchan artworks are pretty common, honestly. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That's why my cousin survived. No, that his sister did not. She was beautiful, and I took her away. She probably... Oh my god. I took the big one back to my house and correct her. What was her name again? Hey, it's better to look ugly if you get kidnapped, so less likely you get forced to... I get the point, Fallen. When God Girl mentioned Shia can't... Chat, can Aya actually do this? Was a Toho convention. Zoom's wife, by the way. Play Aya is a bird Pew. Aya is a bird Tengu. Do they still have those? Aya is harder than Sana. I changed my mind. Huh? There's a chicken yokai that isn't on my plate yet, so Toho doesn't... Anyway. My issue with it is how it hits you with the message with a sledgehammer. Yeah, that can be pretty annoying. Okay. If it were realistic, she would be a part of my Popeye's order by now. Yes, Pew. Every year, I think. Okay. My friend got kidnapped and his balls got dragged on. Jesus Christ. He said he cannot have kids anymore. That's why he sounds like a balloon. He also had to break... Jesus Christ. Not gonna lie, I would like to go if it's... unless it's been taken over by LARPers and Cyrano fans. Or something even worse. A combination of the two. Fallen genuinely lives in an alternate dimension of pure chaos and apocalypse and watches 08 streams through a magic portal. I'm starting to think that's the case. What kind of fresh hell does Fallen live in? Oh, I wanna know. That's what I wanna know, honestly. Ooh, that ninja. Oh my fucking god, that manga was genuinely slop. I think he's talking about... Yeah, I can't remember. I did not. I should hate watch that anime. Oh, he's talking about the, like, a ninja girl manga. Oh, yeah. The anime being obscure is the only reason Twitter didn't latch on to Hin. Yes, Hin. Oh, I know that the green-haired is, like, a gender bender. Sinnoh fans are, like, genetically superior to other Toho fans. So the Dex memes are for DS1. They're for, like, the whole, like, Soul series, pretty much. Personally says that's more intelligent than Dex. Oi, no. Intelligence is based and red-pilled. Like, Dex is the one for, like, pussy-ass, like, fanboys. That said, I never go Dex in DS1. La, obscure la. Even though you need to put, like, 2 in to use the Zwei. DS1, you mean Elden Ring 0. Anyway, wasn't expecting that. Blue Archive Zako? What's Zako? Actually, Elden Ring is DS2. Then that hit hard. Like the day I found out that I'm artistic. Oh, okay, so that's what they're reacting to. Mumbo, do the Tsukihime one. I can't, I'm sorry. Soku Dumpy Attack. Maria. Mr. Obscure Anime, did you see that the Frost Faustings was won by the fucking train? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. Marisa Hagane no Ketsu. Mr. Obscure, there's a video in your playlist. Okay, we already watched that one. Hey, remember that guy's balls being dragged through glass? He told me he was an avid Toho fan, apparently. Now he apparently says, I guess, an out of a Toho girl. Okay. I heard he got in huge debt and information. Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to show this to my friends so they can start LARPing, then turn to a real fan. Hey, if you're ever trying to escape getting kidnapped, I guess then he did. But I'll be surprised would come back with a lot of... yeah, okay. People, Shani is bro. Bro is ops with an Oko. Okay. Don't know what happened to the last message. Imagine being bullied by an age-regressed woman that was not allowed to just be a teenager because she had a baby sister to raise. Anyway, Blue Archive, everyone. Holy shit, the taste is impeccable. All it needs is Ibuki to be complete. ZZZ means be like, huh? When there's an intelligent construct around. I sense the presence of YouTube. Please no, please no. Kodokunasu, I forgot to mention the NGO anime. Needy Girl Overload is kind of a sequel to the game. Maybe they're adapting the manga? I don't know. GTF Mob-chan artworks are common, but no one understands that the beauty of GTF Mob-chan comes out the strongest when her uniform top is too short. Okay. Had to find this variety of GTF Mob-chan artwork. I only have collected like 20. The neat ninja manga. I hated it. Yeah, I can see why. Bro plays DS on easy mode, match. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, you bitch. I ain't going to be like hearing that from some pussy ass Dex user, okay? The tournament Frosty Faustings was won by Yukari's metro train that she was for some reason. No clue where she got that from. Is that supposed to imply that Yukari can gap out whenever she feels like it? Anyway, let's continue watching some of the memes. Always, cyberbullies a small zoomer child colorized. The fact that this is her actual power is just amazing. Did she just? Yes. Yes, she did. Yeah, she can't do that in the game though. That is not canon. Absolutely not canon. Embodiment of self-perfection.
Another satisfied customer. And I still have some time before lunch. Hello, my name is Dialin. How can I help you?
I know where you live.
Oh, I also know where I live. We have a lot in common. Would you be interested in an unlimited call pack? Excellent choice, sir. I just need your name and your address, and we can have it installed as soon as possible.
Wait, this is not...
Oh, don't worry. I already got it. Mr. Carlos Lee.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Don't worry about the details. You still live in 308 of Nagura Arroyo Ren, Wi-Fi 87104?
Stop that!
I understand, sir. I know you're a family guy. You need something for the whole family. I have exactly what you need.
I must go.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But little Lily doesn't leave school until 3. There's still 20 minutes left. Are you sure you can't talk?
What? What was that?
Then you'll buy the family pack?
Genuinely fucking diabolical. Jesus Christ. Also, I caught an SAO audio bite as well. A bit too long. Oh, this is great. This one is great. Official dub, by the way.
This isn't happening. There's no reason for me to go on. What am I fighting for?
Beautiful. Just peak. Anyway. Oh, these two, like, yeah, these two are good too.
If I go outside with all these powers, and bro,
what is this dude talking about?
I got a nice body, bro. If I start going outside, bro, it's over for all of y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, that's why my mom is trying to keep me in the house. She wants to keep me in this fucking crib all fucking day, cause she know that I got powers and she know I'm gonna kill everybody. Like it's coming.
I told her, I said I was gonna kill her. I told my mom, I said I was gonna kill her. I told her she was worthless too. I told her I didn't care about her. I told her I didn't like her. I said I didn't want her. I said I wanted her to die. My mom was a bitch and she ugly as fuck.
But we ain't talking about her though. Like I said,
we ain't
if I
talking
go
about
outside,
her.
I will destroy y'all. Y'all need to understand, outside is where I live at. If I start living outside, I will kill her.
Jesus Christ, bro, calm down. Oh, Ibuki was rejected from art school. Beautiful, beautiful speech, Ibuki. I say, as I didn't understand a single word. Oh no! Average Blue Archive fan humor. I mean, fair. Can we just have her sing Erika, not this? Normal Ibuki. Okay, let's go to a more wholesome meme.
Bruh, I be trying to tell niggas, we live in a video game world, bruh. Half of these niggas ain't even real people, bruh. Watch this. You know that, though.
Bro just walking got his whole existence questioned.
Bruh. That can't be a real nigga. That nigga is clearly a Grand Theft Auto created character. He look like he'll get hit by a car and get back up and continue to walk.
Oh wait, I think you burned all of Sun's brain cells. I consider that then like mission accomplished. I think this is a bit too like specific a humor. I can't go over all of this, but like I want to go over at least one of these. This is too specific. This is worst video game music, but like I want to skip to a particular one called Katoki Taiga's theme. And then I'll explain the context later. For context, like in the plot of Project Sekai, which is where this music is from, like the main characters like they spend like I think a month like making the perfect song in order to try to compete. But in the lore at least, Kotaki Taiga is a professional singer. And so obviously, since they're amateur teenagers, they lose. But like, I guess the people behind Project Sekai wanted him to sound like to sing in English, to sound more, I don't know, exotic, foreign. So, but they don't know English, so they came up with whatever that was. And so that song is meme to high hell because, like, how in the fuck did he beat, like, their fire ass song with this crap, you know? So, yeah, that's the context. Let me see. This one is just cute. They all deserve headbeds. All of them. Okay. I'll get to the comments in a bit. Oh, speaking of like oh god, all these are so good. Like, I'm just going to let the tree play and then I will get to comments. But this is Kagame One. Kagame Oni. Stupidest chase music ever. Rainbow fucking Road. How the fuck, who the fuck thought this was a good idea, man? What a challenge. Crazy speedcore buzz who hit the moves back. Anyway. It kinda hits, not gonna lie. If you think so. There's 3 of them? Yeah, it's a fan game. Quattro approved music. Ow, Oni fell so hard, even the fan games are crap. Fuck, they copyrighted the music from the game. I gotta look for something copyright free. The original Aoni, or at least some official version, was really good in my opinion. The original game is the only good thing about this franchise. Looking at this is melting my brain. A good thing it's over. Huh? Why didn't he go to the next one? What? Okay. Let me go manually then.
Donald Trump, if you can hear us, please, Donald Trump, please save me. Please save me, Donald Trump, please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me.
I think I was talking about this meme in another stream.
In dear God's name, please stop these people.
Please save me, Donald Trump. Why Donald Trump of all people, man? Oh, this one is good. You know what? I'll just let you guys see this. This is in public, by the way.
Yeah, these are pretty good.
I mean, I think so. I fucking hope so. With the movements you were making. What the hell? Anyway. The music generally is that good. Which of these should I play? I didn't need to see that. Fair, sorry. No, that's too specific. You know what? We can watch at least part of this. I'm not going to watch the 3 minutes or the 4 minutes of this video entirely, but I can show you at least part. I don't know. I don't think that's what an orgasm is. Good one. I think dude's an audiophile. Look, sure, it was a parody movie, but the fact that this scene was in any movie at all, like any actual movie, is just fucking amazing. It's a movie scene. Yes, it is. Again, parody movie. It's supposed to be funny, but still. Wow, Linkara feeling old. Okay, that's enough of that.
I mean, no man. No man, you gotta give about man. Me bamba.
No, that's No, I'm pretty sure this is from like one of the movies that's those YouTubers did. Like, I know that he has a series, but I'm pretty sure that one's from the movie. Okay, and we have like 2 videos that I want to show you guys before we are finally done. Don't do that, son. Just don't do that. Plana, no! Okay. Last one. This is also me. Like... when you guys start messing up in chat.
When your doctors eventually find you.
Anyway. let me get to the comments and then we'll finish stream. Anyway. Okay. Son, are you okay? I don't think he is. Okay. What am I fighting for? That made me actually laugh in real life. Best dub of all time, I cried. I think the Zero VA actually remade this scene. Yeah, he did. And it sounds pretty good, actually. But, like, this will be the official dub forever. So we can still meme about it. Still not worse than the official Brazilian Mega Man comics. That thing was just... Anyway. This feels like a clip from Sword Art Online, except I haven't watched Sword Art Online. Oh no! Average Blue Archive fan humor. Can we just have her sing Erika? Not this. Normal Ibuki. Is this canon? No, fortunately not. My life is like a video game. Oh yeah, I think you burned all of Sun's brains. So I think I did that too. Sonic Eraser OST week. Guilty Gear song lyrics be like. Yes, please. Okay, I'm not doing that. Is that guy trying to do a rap for random lyrics in Proseca? Lamau. He's patting the wrong place. What? My god, I had to listen to that crazy bus thing. What an amazing art style. Bump remix on a daily basis. Nozomi, it is my Nozomi. Patting them so hard, everyone in Kivotos because... Except Tarona, apparently. The fucking Trump guy. Oh yeah, Kagame One. What a gen, honestly. Okay. There's 3 of them? Oh, okay. The original Aoni, or at least some official version, was really good, in my opinion. Look at this, is melting my brain. This is a long chase. Never seen a scary RPG Maker game. Yeah, but everything else was shit. It had 2 animes and a movie, all shit. True and real. Please save me, Donald Trump. Please save me, Donald Trump. Is that ice? South Park wishes they came up with this. Is this man being deported? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate his situation. This music genuinely is that good. You Giga didn't need to see that. Using that video for an outro. Thanks, supposition. Don't think that's okay. Bomboclat. We should watch that video of the Jamaican mother complaining about her son's choice of breakfast. I don't know what that video. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with it. It's not super monkey ball music. There's a movie scene. Yes, it's a scene from the movie that the people from That Guy with the Glasses did. Okay. Wow, Linkara, feeling old. I never watched Atop the Fourth Wall. Wait, this wasn't a movie? I thought it was just a shitpost clip. No, this is from, like, an actual movie. Must be the wind. Oh wait, I have an excellent Bomboclat video. Should I post it in chat? No. Blast recommendations? Oh, Plana, what? Lore question. Would she just walk that off? Technically, I don't think they could be hurt because they're just like operating systems. So that probably doesn't, like, won't do anything. I wonder if I should watch Digital Circus. Probably, yeah. It's pretty good. Since people in Blue Archive just love having play shootouts. What's even the point of clown girls if they aren't in sexy skin tanka? True and real. The oiled one. And still thanks for fun. Yo, this crazy buzz intro thing kinda fire. Seth mentioned the head pet video. I was implying Sensei should be... Sure. Let me quote the Urban Dictionary. Bomboclat music. Can't you see that I'm studying? Turn that fucking music down. Patios, Bomboclat dog. Yeah, funny Jamaican curse. Walked to Burger King. Then I walked away from Burger King. Anyway. Yeah. And now we're going to finish stream. Like, this went on for a lot longer than I was planning to, honestly, but we finished so much stuff that, honestly, I don't regret it. I still need to, like, Fisher was talking about this, but I still need to get through so much stuff that I really gotta, like, use every opportunity to fucking, like, get through my projects. Like, in the next REACTSLOP, we're going to be reacting to KYDB. And then after that, I got some like videos, not in the sense of them being like edgy humor, but like I got some more videos to like rage bait me. Like essentially videos like criticizing like fan service and stuff like that by normies. But anyway, for now, that will be it for today. Thank you for watching.